Let's get nuts.
Yo, what is happening, everybody? We are here. We're doing this. What's going on, Phil?
Doing the thing, man. Happy Warner Brothers CinemaCon Day.
I know, right?
Man.
Yeah, and while that's all warming up, we could talk about all the other shit that came out of this, out of CinemaCon today.
What happened yesterday?
Well, Sony was yesterday.
I was being facetious.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a new Spider-Man movie got him
Yeah,
out.
maybe something. Yeah, we could talk about that and stuff.
Like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brand new day. Yeah.
Brand new day. Yeah, look at that. So pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, we're doing it. Like I said, there's no live stream out there, but there's people posting images. I saw, let's see, what did I see already? They're already bringing people in. I think I saw, where is it at? I don't know. My Twitter's now going crazy. Yeah, I know. Everything's going crazy, but I see people that are posting pictures. Oh yeah, it's this right here. So they have people like coming in. So they're just, of course, displaying all this kind of stuff. So this is what's currently happening right now when it comes to the panel. So people filing in, doing different things. So that's what's currently happening. From Robert Meyer Burnett.
Yeah.
Robert? Yeah. Did I say his name right? Yeah.
Robert Meyer Burnett, correct.
You usually don't say that. Oh, yeah. So they're filling up that auditorium.
Yeah.
So there we go. But let's go say, let's say hi to some people here. We got Bobby. Hey, can't wait for the trailer. Yeah, we'll see if the trailer, I don't know if it's going to show up. I mean, we know that they're going to, in fact, release an extended preview, which I guess is that 5-minute clip in front of Minecraft, but it's still up in the air whether it's IMAX or not. I imagine it is. I don't know. Still waiting on that info. What's going on? Do reviews. What's happening? We got Jay. Is there going to be a new trailer? Yeah, I mean, they're going to show something. They have to, for sure. Donovan saying, yeah, I pray we get a new trailer. I hope they actually release the trailer public. There's no guarantee. Yeah, I know. Yeah, don't get too excited.
Right.
We could all just end up with blue balls right here, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be coming out. Not just, and we got to remember too, there's probably going to be some Mortal Kombat stuff. There's going to be F1, Final Destination, and the DC stuff's probably not going to be till last.
Yeah.
So
unless it's Warner Brothers
going to announce new movies. I don't know if they'll announce new movies, and maybe we'll get some Supergirl crumbs because we've already had some of that.
Okay, so here's a wild card. What if they announce who's actually playing Clayface?
That's not too bad. I know there's like a
big
total big if, and what sucks too is like there was obviously being today is April Fool's Day. I remember you have to weed out all the BS for sure, because there was even, I saw something today too and I forgot. There was there's rumor that he's going to be announcing who's playing Batman, and I even went, wait, what? Oh wait, shit. Of course. April Fools. So naturally there's going to be all that. So, right. But hey, that could be interesting. And maybe they bring out, because they haven't really officially confirmed the director, right? Aren't they still in talks?
I think Gunn mentioned that, that was a done deal a while ago.
Did he? Okay.
I think so. Let me check threads, because I think he posted on.
I know Luca, while talking about what other movie that is he doing? Oh yeah, American Psycho. Yep. When it came to the line earlier today, he did mention that he was also here to talk about another movie, and I guess that's also Sergeant Rock. So.
Oh. Okay.
So I think they're going to be talking about Sergeant Rock, and I think Luca's going to be also on stage, it sounds like. So maybe they'll announce officially who's going to be doing that. So
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I mean, he was the last one to be rumored, so who knows?
Yeah.
What's going on, Brandon? Good to see you. CinemaCon is going to be nuts. Let's hope, I mean, it is crazy that this is not exactly Comic-Con, but hey, it's something. What's going on, Axel? Good to see you, buddy. We got Bradley here. Keyblade, what's going on? And also, we got a new Daredevil that's going to be happening too, in an hour and a half.
Yep.
What's going on, Travis? Travis, let's see. Sounds like Warner Brothers won't be releasing any footage online tonight. Somebody is saying, yeah, probably not going to happen. I mean, that's the thing. We might just hear stuff. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, but they might release the Mortal Kombat trailer, which would be cool. I'm kind of curious to see that trailer. Adjust my camera here.
Okay, I don't see anything from Mr. Jimmy Guns himself about confirming James Watkins as the director on Threads, but I don't know if he answered that elsewhere. I don't recall. So,
yeah, what's going on, JD? What's going on, Dell? I've been waiting for the trailer. I don't want to pay to watch Minecraft. Yeah, I was gonna go see it anyways because why not? But I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's IMAX or not. It might not be worth it if it's not. What's going on versus more Final Destination? I mean, I guess. I mean, there might be some of that too. I don't know. They might bring in watch they bring in Devin Sawa on stage. Yes, I'm back. Mortal Kombat 2. Yep. What's going on? We got Rhea in the chat as well. Good to see you, Rhea.
She's there right now. I think she's at.
Is she there?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know she was there.
A couple of my friends are there. I know that for sure, but I think she might be. I don't know. Ray, if you're there, you can, confirm or deny. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Agent VIP. What franchise do you think is first? Probably F1, like you're saying right there. Yeah.
Maybe Minecraft.
Yeah. What's going on, Mr. Balga?
What's up, buddy?
Good to see you.
I sent him a text about Spider-Man. He did not get back to me. I'm a little disappointed, Mr. Balga. Just kidding.
Watch out. But yeah, how did you like the Sony panel? I was trying to, like, when I was doing my stream last night, I was trying to prolong it as much as possible, but it was like it was already 7:30. I was starving, so didn't get to. As soon as I got off and made my dinner, all of a sudden they announced the Beatles movie and who's the cast and brought them on stage, and then they announced Spider-Man. The only thing that I was live reacting to was the Beyond the Spider-Verse stuff, which those the drawings for that look gorgeous, of course. But
I am wrong. I totally forgot to send Chris because I meant to send Chris a message last night. I am an asshole. I need to put on my asshole crown. I was wrong.
Where's that Burger King crown?
Where's it's right there. But brand new day, right? Like that was. I gotta admit it. First, I was like, "Oh, I know that story." And then I thought about it in terms of like, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, the MCU, and I was like, oh, okay, I can kind of like see where they're going with this. And I have the book in front of me. I'm kind of like skimming through it. Yeah, I mean, it's I'm just glad there's another Spider-Man movie, okay? Like I'm a Spider-Man guy. I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite Marvel character ever next to Wolverine and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, I'm just happy that there's another movie in the works. I like that Daniel Destin Cretton's at the helm of this. I think he's gonna bring something unique.
I totally forgot that he was directing.
Yep.
Yeah, totally forgot he was directing, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And of course, I mean, obviously I want a Shang-Chi sequel too, but at the same time, if you've seen the fight choreography and what happened in that movie, I'm going, okay, apply some of that to Spider-Man. Why not?
And there's two villains I want to see. I really want to see Scorpion, and after reading Brand New Day, like I'm like my memory gets jogged. Mr. Negative, he's the villain in Brand New Day. He's one of the villains in Brand New Day. So,
if they're already titling that, they might as well incorporate that. See, I haven't watched read Brand New Day, so I'm probably gonna have to pick that one up for sure. Was it just like one big book, or?
So it's a series of stuff. It follows the One More Day stuff because One More Day happens after Back in Black, and One More Day is that story where Mephisto tells Peter like you can have Aunt May back, but it's going to cost you your marriage. That whole thing that fucking pissed off a lot of people. That's where that happened, and it in a sense, No Way Home kind of took bits of that and went, okay, we're going to give you your identity back as Spider-Man, but everyone's going to fucking forget you're Peter Parker. Like everyone's going to forget that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. So this, in a way, Brand New Day, it picks up after elements of that where, he's back to being Spider-Man. He's a young adult. He's where I'm at in the story, he's crashing on Aunt May's couch. It's literally like her birthday, and he goes to stop a fucking carjacking or something. Like, not a carjacking, but like a supervillain that uses a car to like speed through New York and fuck shit up. So
yeah,
it's just kind of like a back to status quo type thing. You know what they do with superhero stories every 5 to 10 years? They just set the status quo. So it's one of those stories.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. I'll definitely have to pick that one up. But yeah, guys, we appreciate you clicking in. Hit that like, thumbs up. Like I said, there's no actual live stream when it comes to CinemaCon, so we're just kind of live reacting. I'll be looking at my Twitter and refreshing. I'll be looking at discussing film. I know they're there, and I'll be refreshing just my my normal page too, just to see what's going to be coming about. Because yeah, like I said, it's not just DC stuff. There's plenty of other things out there too. Like I mean, obviously they're going to probably talk about some animation things, and then we got New Line Cinema, of course. That's also going to be a part of it. But yeah, we're all kind of curious about what's going to be happening with Superman, and I just wonder if we're going to get any kind of crumbs for Supergirl. Like just I don't know, the tease that he posted with her yesterday, reading the book. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
wondered about that. Like, will they get will they get at CinemaCon? Will they get an image of her in the suit? You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, because not everything, you know, because we've got to realize this, the CinemaCon is not, there's not a bunch of fans out in the crowd. You know, It's not Comic-Con. It's for journalists, it's for distributors, it's for companies. I mean, this thing, it's not one of those. But I mean, it's kind of turning into that a little bit now, at least when it comes to nowadays. I mean, yeah, yesterday was just kind of like, oh, that's cool. And of course, some images came out. And then I don't know. I think what I think is going to happen when it comes to Superman, we're going to get an official poster. That's what I think. I think we'll finally get an official poster from that. So yeah, at least we'll get that. And you know, we'll see what that looks like.
Yeah, I mean, the one they did initially with the first teaser back in December, that one of him just kind of flying up, and that colorful one, I'd imagine they're probably going to do another one here with this. Whether or not they actually drop the trailer tonight, that's debatable. I mean, you know, the Karate Kid trailer didn't leak last night, so I'd have to imagine the same could be said for this. I doubt the Superman trailer, if it's shown there, I doubt it'll leak. If it does, someone's going to be in trouble, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't doubt one bit that like by the end of the week there will be like a Superman full-on trailer.
Well, especially since this whole, you know, Minecraft thing.
Right.
They're going to have to release something. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's going to be good to see it on the big screen, but yeah, what'd you think of that Karate Kid trailer?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. You know, having coming off of Cobra Kai, just finished watching
that last season.
Dude, it's so good.
I know. I've been lazy on it. That's now that I'm not watching Severance, maybe after Daredevil wraps up, I can start jumping into that on the weekends. I don't know. But
yeah, it's like Sony went, you know, how can we kind of capitalize on the whole Karate Kid deal and like make a new Karate Kid? It's like, well, let's just take a kid from Hong Kong and throw him in New York.
Yeah, I love what did it was kind of funny though. They did that thing in the trailer, and I kind of, when I tweeted about it, I just put the quote. I mean, literally, Daniel goes, "Let's make a Karate Kid." I was like, "Wow, that's on the nose," but hey, whatever, go for it. I don't give a shit, you know. I just kind of laughed. Let's make a Karate Kid. I'm like,
the one thing, like you can pick and look at that trailer and just like go, that beats from the original movie. That beats from the original movie. That beats probably from the Kung Fu movie with Jackie Chan in it that came out fucking 15 years ago. Wow, it's crazy that movie came out 15 years ago. God, I'm old.
Yeah, feels like it, right? Jeez.
I know, right? But the one thing that I was like, I want to know more about is how does Shifu Han know Miyagi? Like how are they related?
Connected.
How are they connected? Right? Like,
it's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. And I love the fact that they also announced too. Man, the sun's been going in and out today. I tell you. I'm using natural lighting. I was like, I don't want to turn on my lights today. But I love the fact that apparently, what's the kid's name? Ben Wang or something?
Ben Wang, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently he does all his own stunts. And I'm like, sweet. Good on you, man. Learning from the GOAT himself, Jackie Chan. So that's pretty sweet.
I actually just said this on the stream I was on before I came here. My boys, Lance, Party Nation, we were talking about that, and I was like, it's going to be kind of a shame if the Karate Kid movie has cleaner, crisper, more well choreographed action than Mortal Kombat 2.
Ooh,
because it looks great.
Yeah,
it looks so good, and I'm looking at
it's some of the fight choreography looks really good too. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
And MK2, it's the same director, and I'm like,
wait, same director?
No. What I mean is like MK2 is the same director as the
first one. Yeah,
right. And so I'm like,
uh-oh,
guys, if Karate Kid is fucking one-upping you in your action choreography department, maybe you need to make some adjustments. But hey, we haven't seen shit from Mortal Kombat 2 yet, so
we can have some faith. Hopefully, the first one was successful enough where it warrants the sequel. But hopefully they learn, like, hey, people were not really digging that. Me and everybody pretty much, if anybody's a Mortal Kombat fan, it's like it's enjoyable enough. But of course, they took some liberties. They made some choices, and I think the biggest choice that they made that people that didn't resonate with fans was like coming up with a whole new character that is Cole, and everybody's just going, "Why is that not Johnny?" And now Johnny Cage is going to be in it. It's going to be interesting because I don't know.
And he's the character that they have now who we're going to visualize through the movie. Like the audience looks through the eyes of Johnny Cage through this movie and the way they look through Cole. And like to that point, like, fans aren't wrong to feel that way. But I would also, I've been saying this, like we even talked about this at Full Circle when we were sitting around the table before, I think it was BVS, Scott and I were having a conversation about Power Rangers and Mortal Kombat came up. And I think someone was just like, which one is the best Mortal Kombat movie? And Scott said, and I'm not trying to put Scott on blast, but I'm just reiterating a conversation we had. Scott was like, I think the 95 movie is better than the 21 movie. And then I was like, well, I think they both kind of do things better than the other one does. Right. Because the 95 movie has much more care for its supporting cast. And the 2021 movie definitely puts an emphasis on Scorpion and Sub-Zero that was lacking in the 95 movie, right? Like, again, they both kind of do good things and they both kind of do bad things. But in the case of like bringing a brand new character, that's a trope that's just been inherent to Mortal Kombat. Whether or not the character is interesting, that's a fucking different conversation. But in the case of Cole, I feel like that is one of those cases where this is that conversation. Is Cole an actually interesting character for the Mortal Kombat movie? That's entirely up to, the person. Like, did you like the fact that he was related to Scorpion? Probably. Was his power stupid? Kind of.
Right.
Like it's a whole mixed bag of a conversation. You know what I mean?
Dude, ooh, we got an image right here. We got an image there. We got an image of something. Obviously, they're there. Let's see which tab. There we go. Look at that dress. Look at that dress that Brosnahan's wearing.
Oh wow, yeah,
that is so cool. Is that the? Wow. It almost looks like it's the Gazette. It almost looks like it. Yeah. Damn. But I thought it was like, is that the Gotham Gazette? No. But no, that's a pretty cool dress right there. She's looking pretty good, of course.
I've heard James Gunn is a taller guy. He's like 5'11".
Yeah.
Fucking David Corn Sweat's like 6'4". They all make Rachel Brosnahan look short. Holy shit.
She's tiny. She's like 5'2", 5'3", something like that. She's a small one.
What?
Yeah. 5'3". I think she's 5'3" or 5'4". I don't know.
You know what's funny is like I just watched X-Men First Class last night for our movie night Monday we do in the Discord. Yeah. And I sometimes I forget how tall Nicholas Hoult is too. And I'm just like,
oh yeah, he's a big dude. I mean, him and David Cornsweet are like, and I wonder if that was part of like, hey, it's kind of cool to have your Lex Luthor and your Superman almost be, eye to eye. I wonder if that was like any kind of, part of it when they were casting, I mean, obviously, height's always going to be a thing. I think even a long time ago, James Gunn on Twitter complained about actors lying about their height. It was like it was a few years ago. I think he said something like that because I remember having a conversation with somebody in the movie business in direct messaging, and then it was like, yeah, and he even said, yeah, there's actors that do that constantly because they're always wearing lifts in their shoes, they're always doing this, and a lot of actors, you know, especially male actors, aren't as tall as they say they are. We're looking at you, Robert Downey Jr., but I think everybody knows that Robert Downey Jr. is, you know, he's not as tall as he looks because you could always tell with the way that he tailors his pants.
Yeah.
And they go over like his shoes very much where they kind of cover that. And yeah, he's getting some good lifts in those. But
Interesting.
when I was having the conversation, he even said that Timothée Chalamet, also another one who's not as tall as he might seem. Willem Dafoe, Willem Dafoe looks, he's a small guy, but he does, you know, and Robert De Niro, same way. We actually seen him. I think it was on the set of The Irishman where he was wearing like platforms. You know, obviously Tom Cruise always the big one, but yeah, but it is one of those things where you have to like cast like that. I mean, going back to even when Zach was casting for Batman and Superman, he loved the fact that Ben Affleck was taller than Cavill because he thought that's kind of cool that Batman's taller than Superman, even though that's not going to help him any, but it just looks cool, I guess. You know, so. But
and I think like bringing it back to these two, you know, Nicholas Hoult, David Corenswet, like you kind of want a Superman and a Lex Luthor that are, you know, almost equal in height, who look, you know, both of them look very physically imposing. I would honestly, I'm still not really sold on Holt, but I will say that like he looks more physically imposing as Lex than I would say Corenswet does as Superman. But hey, you know, that's all based off of that 2-minute teaser we got in December. I could very well change based on whatever they decide to show today, if anything.
Yeah, did you see like the news that came out right before we went live that there's going to be a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel?
I felt like that's an April Fool's joke.
That seems like it is, but I don't know. That's the thing, because it sounds great, but I just go, yeah, this does, because literally it's a sequel. It's in the works for Netflix. Don't see that happening.
No.
David Fincher set to direct, and Quentin Tarantino already wrote the script. Like, that sounds kind of believable, but then when you say Netflix, I just go, nah. But then again, I'm like, yeah, didn't The Hateful Eight go to Netflix? Right? Yeah. So I don't think like Tarantino hates streaming, but
yeah, and Fincher's worked with Netflix on what is it?
There's a whole article from playlist.net. So, but it's just going, hey, today you're going to be doing this? Today you're announcing this? My God, what are you doing? Don't announce this today, because I don't know if I could take it seriously. And then, of course, they're already saying that Brad Pitt is going to be coming back. And then I read something even when I was scrolling through that Leo is in talks to come back as well. And I'm going, I don't know. It's just so interesting. Weird. I don't know. Who knows? But of all days, why announce that today? Why announce that today?
Yeah, I know that the John Wick 5 is for sure happening.
Well, yeah, because that all happened at CinemaCon, you know?
Right, exactly. Right.
So they finally confirmed that. Yeah, that was something else that with the Lionsgate panel. They confirmed that 5 is happening. Keanu Reeves is going to be coming back. God knows how that's going to be. And they also officially announced that the prequel animated film or whatever anime type of film is also going to be happening, where it's going to show that one night that he takes on like a bunch of dudes. And so that's cool.
Donnie Yen's making his movie canon.
Yes, I was actually honestly more excited for that, because I mean, I'm like,
weren't we just talking about that on the vodka?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
because it's like, do we want Keanu to come back? No, we want him to do like another thing, like the Berserker franchise.
Yep.
It's not like I don't hate it. I mean, obviously, I'm going to watch it no matter what. The prequel, in my opinion, that's cool, because I'm like, it's a prequel and it's animation, and I'm like going, okay, they could do some really cool things there, especially if it's very anime-like. It's going to be gory as fuck for sure. Yeah. But then that sequel, I'm going, I don't know. I was like, I think we talked about it. Where's the Donnie Yen one? And then now we finally got that confirmed, and the fact that he's directing it, that's really cool too. So,
and it shoots later this year nonetheless. I'm just like, fuck, all right, I got my wish granted.
Seriously. But so far, there hasn't really been many more updates I'm seeing on the Cats and James Gunn are in attendance. So that's basically all we're seeing. Just more, everybody's just posting more images with them. And then, of course, here we got them two just by themselves. I really love that dress that she's wearing. Not for those reasons, but you know, just because it looks cool.
I mean, if you want me to say it, I'll say it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, she was hot as fuck. Yeah, sure. I mean, she's
right.
just obviously, but it's just a really cool design. The fact that it's a newspaper, it's
fitting.
It adds to the whole effect. So the lure of Miss Lois Lane.
So did you see or read the New York Times spread that had like quotes from James Gunn and David Cornsweet about the new Superman movie that dropped today?
Yeah, I was going through that today, and there was a lot of people were posting like the individual, you know, things.
Yeah,
I saw some of that. Yeah,
I read through it.
I'll talk about it on tomorrow's stream.
Yeah,
but you know, there were some interesting things because one of the biggest things that people were, you know, of course, kind of pointing out is like when James Gunn said that he was going to hire David Cornsweet on one condition, that he's super nice to the crew and all this stuff. I mean, if you actually read the quote, I don't think he was being super serious. But again, you see that I saw a lot of people go like, shouldn't that be standard for all movie sets? And I'm like, I don't think he was actually, you know, meaning that. He was just trying to show that David Cornsweet is just a genuine guy. He's a nice guy. He's this, he's that, and he, you know, and there's everything. But I do love the fact that there was a thing that he also said in there too, that he said Gunn said Cornsweet would ask so many questions. He was always asking questions. And then even Gunn said there was even times where obviously, you know, Gunn's doing a million things, and he has to, like, you know, answer those questions, even if he's like, come on, just stop asking questions. I got to do other shit. But he would still be like, and that's what was so good about it, though, is like he likes that because then, you know, when he gets those questions answered, he, you know, brought some magic.
Put them into performance. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool, too. So, all right. Looks like Jeff Goldstein, president of Global Theatrical Distribution of Warner Brothers, is there to kick things off. Big picture begins. So yeah, they were a little late, it looks like.
Warner Brothers late?
What?
No kidding. What?
It happens. A big event. But yeah, so that's what's happening right now. So they're of course talking about that. I do love the fact I saw somebody post that on some of these panels, especially like earlier today, and I think they've just been on screens all throughout like the convention. Is Sean Baker's acceptance speech at the Oscars talking about independent movies and all this kind of stuff. So they were trying to really emphasize that, which is great, you know, because I thought that was really great what he said, because, you know, with Anora being an indie film that won all those awards and everything, and the fact that he won 4 Academy Awards is just insane.
I still need to sit down and like watch that. Anora. Heard nothing but great things, and I like Mikey Madsen. I think she's great, but it's just like I need to like just sit down and find time and fucking watch that.
I think it's on
Hulu.
Yeah, on Hulu now. I still got to watch A Complete Unknown. That's on Hulu now as well.
Same, yeah.
So I'll probably watch that with my mom. I think she wanted to watch that, so probably watch that with her. But
knowing Disney, Snow White will probably be on there by the end of the month too. It's
not looking good. So yeah, then of course, okay, we got a shot right here that somebody took that as they're waiting for everything. Obviously, those are the 4 main things right there. So yeah, DC is definitely going to be last.
Yep.
But yeah, like I said, Mortal Kombat F1. I think F1's New Line, right? Or is that New Line, or is it Warner Brothers? I can't remember.
Warner Brothers. I believe it's Warner Brothers because Mortal Kombat is New Line. Yeah.
That's good. I love the fact that New Line's still around, because that old logo that you get in front of, you know, those movies in the late 90s with that it always, I remember or not even the late 90s, even like the mid 90s, because specifically when I'd see the New Line logo, you know, with the music and everything, I always think of the Line. Yeah, I always think
Final Destination, I believe.
Final Destination as well too. Yeah. So
like now, what is the first movie you think of when you think of New Line? Like what movie comes to mind when you think about like New Line intro?
Didn't they do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the first one I'll think about, and then the next one immediately is The Mask.
Okay, so for me, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then immediately after that, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street, that's a good one too. Looks like they're showing a scissor reel right now. So yeah, that's what people are saying. There's a sizzle reel, and now a sizzle reel upcoming Warner Brother releases. And apparently, I think some people even in the chat are saying that there's Superman footage within that.
That sounds on par. Warner Brothers usually,
as there should be.
Yeah, I mean, anytime I think they've done panels in the last few years, they almost always kick it off with a sizzle reel, and it usually has like snippets of what they have releasing.
So yeah, it had Mortal Kombat 2, Sinners, Minecraft, Superman, F1, and The Bride. So remember, there's that
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that got postponed though, sadly.
Yeah,
it got postponed till I think it was supposed to come out this summer, but it got postponed, or I don't even remember exactly when it was supposed to come out. But yeah, but that's the one with Christian Bale as Frankenstein, right? As the monster.
Yes, and I believe Gyllenhaal directed it too. Did she act in that, or she'd only direct it?
No, I don't. I mean, she might have a role in it. I forgot who's playing the bride.
I did too.
Yeah, but yeah, she's directing it.
Well, there's two there's that one, and then there's Del Toro's Frankenstein.
Yeah. That's what I was like trying to remember. I'm like, which one was Bale? That's right. Bale is with her, and what Jacob Elordi is supposed to be the monster because
I think he took over from Garfield dropped out.
Yeah. And we got, of course, Oscar Isaac playing Dr. Frankenstein. Yeah. So, yeah. When is that one coming out? It's supposed to be coming out this year, right?
I think so.
Sometime. But, yeah, sometime this year. Anyways. So, so they're showing a scissor reel, and that's cool. We have another little shot right here from these the Nemesis looking at each other. Yeah. Those two studs right there.
Wild.
Corn Sweat and Halt.
Oh wow! IMDb saying The Bride is set for 2026.
Yeah, they postponed it till next year. I'm not sure why. It was supposed to come out sometime this year. I remember seeing that like last week or something. So
Jessica Buckley is the bride. Jake Gyllenhaal's cast. Christian Bale is Frankenstein's monster. I wonder if Gyllenhaal's playing Frankenstein.
I don't know. It's interesting. Do we even know who's playing Dr. Frankenstein in that one?
It doesn't say on IMDb, no.
Yeah.
All it says is that Maggie Gyllenhaal directed and wrote it. So,
interesting. All right, we got Pam, Abdi, and DeLuca. They're taking the stage right now.
Okay. Well, do you really think that Peter Safran's going to take their job? Because I don't.
I just that doesn't to me. I'm like, if. You set up the whole DC Studios thing, which is a crucial part. And I mean, unless they have somebody that they're already going to take over that spot, they really shouldn't do it because, I mean, one of the smartest things that they did was, don't just have one person leading the thing, have the creative side and have the business side, split it up because one person just can't handle all that. And especially someone like James Gunn, who's just a director. I mean, obviously he doesn't want to fucking handle all the financial stuff and all the business stuff. He wants to just, work with the writers and write and direct and do all the stuff. So unless they have somebody lined up that could, take over, I just don't see that happening.
And he deliberately said, like, when he got the job, he's like, no, I wasn't going to do this unless Peter did it with me.
Yeah.
So all this like scuzzle of like, oh, Peter Safran's point. And I'm just like, no, the fuck he's not.
I don't see
it. I just don't know.
No, I don't see it happen. Let's see. The Warner Brothers sizzle reel included F1 and a voiceover from Brad Pitt's character, Minecraft, Mortal Kombat 2, Scorpion saying, "Get over here," Superman, and then, of course, The Conjuring. Forgot about The Conjuring. That's right. We're getting a new Conjuring. The last Conjuring movie is also
4, right? Conjuring 4?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That sounds right. Conjuring 4.
Yeah, that's right. Cat in the Hat. That's going to be part of the animation. I forgot that they were doing a Cat in the Hat movie.
Animation, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because
better be animation.
Yeah, because that live action one didn't fucking work at all.
Man, remember that when they were like when the Grinch was successful? So they were like, "Hey, Mike Myers, we're going to make you the cat," and then everybody went, "This is scary. This is nightmare fuel."
Yeah,
which it kind of was. Yes.
It was almost like the reverse of like Snow White and Lilo and Stitch. It's like, hey, the Grinch worked. Let's do Cat in the Hat. And then they did Cat in the Hat, and they were like, oh, fuck, this is not working at all.
Right. Slight bat Dude, in the chat, yes, the John Wick news is real. That came straight from the CinemaCon Lionsgate panel. So all that stuff is true. And yeah, the John Wick franchise ain't going anywhere. We're getting a 5th John Wick. God knows how they're going to bring, unless John Wick's going to be fighting out of hell in like a Constantine kind of way. Who knows what that's going to be like? Prequel animation, and then of course Donnie Yang's. What's it called? What's his character's called?
Kane.
Kane. I almost said Kincaid.
Kane.
I don't know why I said that. Thought about that. But, okay,
According
then we got
RJ. Sinners is up first.
Sinners. So we got Coogler probably going to be coming out.
Yep.
I imagine. Yeah, Ryan Coogler presents Sinners at CinemaCon presentation. He says the film tells the story of America's greatest contribution to popular culture, blues music. The film also pays homage to 2 of his close family members. So that's cool. So a very personal film. I can't wait for this one. This is going to be a good one.
Looks really good.
It's going to be a good one, you know. You can't go wrong with Coogler. And, of course,
no.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. You can't go wrong with them. I just love that shot, too. And it's like slow motion and he's shooting the Tommy gun. It just looks so cool.
I forget, like, Coogler made a comparison, or even Michael B. Jordan, one of them made the comparison of, like, they are now in a way like a power duo that you have director actor, and I forget which comparison one of them made, but they essentially
Leo and Scorsese maybe.
It was something like that, or it was like Nolan and maybe not Michael Caine, but like Tom Hardy.
Yeah, like a Tom Hardy. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you know, like something in that vein. And I'm like, well, hey, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. You know?
No, absolutely not. But yeah, there was an image of Abdi in DeLuca that was posted. So
I'll be right back. You're gonna
go ahead. I'll keep the shit flowing. But yeah, there was them. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting, you know, when it comes to their fate, when it comes to all that. But at the same time, I think we all would prefer Zaslav to just be like, "Hey, can you step down?" But you know, who knows? Hey, we got Wonder Meg here. What is happening? Good to see you, Wonder Meg. And thank you, of course, for being a member for 50 months. Jeez. Trying to do the math. That's like over 2 years. Look at you. It's awesome. Good to see you, Johnny Rampage. Late to the party. Yeah, we're partying right now. They're currently right now when it comes to panel right now. We got Ryan Coogler talking about Sinners, which that's going to be hopefully one of the ones that sticks out this year when it comes to originality, because yes, we want original movies. And you know, please support Mickey 17 too, by the way. They're moving quickly between some of these movies. Okay, so seems like they're moving pretty quickly. Yeah, I mean, they started a little late. They got a lot of ground to cover. We're already a half hour in. So yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. And I have a feeling I was like discussing film, but it seems like they're kind of delayed with their stuff. I'm sure the internet situation is probably not the greatest. So got to take an account for that. Let's see what else we got. I'm scrolling through. And then of course it says, okay, so right now we got One Battle After Another, which of course is the Leo DiCaprio movie and the Paul W.S. Anderson, right? That's who it is. So now we're talking, yeah, huh?
One More Battle, right?
Yeah, that's Paul W.S. Anderson, right? Or no, not W.S. I always get the Andersons confused, right?
Because there's Paul W.S. and then there's Paul Anderson. I said, fuck, dude, I don't remember.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I always get confused too, because we have, you know, the guy who makes the terrible B-roll, you know, well, even going back to Mortal Kombat, he directed that. Isn't that Paul W.S.? Paul Thomas. There it is. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Gilmer. Yeah, I always get those two confused, and they are vastly different when it comes to quality. That's for damn sure.
Right.
But, you know, Paul W.S. Anderson, first Mortal Kombat movie, and then he did Event Horizon, which was excellent. So, and, but then, of course, you know, when it came to the Resident Evil movies, I would say the first one, cool. Then it started just falling off for me after that. And then, you know, Alien versus Predator, Paul Thomas Anderson, yes.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson's that guy. He's so, wait, how many years? Oh, yeah, wait, you're right. I did the math wrong, didn't I, Meg? I said 2 years, over 2 years. That's 24 months right there. And now you're talking about 4 years. Jesus Christ. 50 months. Yeah, totally did the math wrong. But so they're showing that. That trailer looks good. Did you see the trailer for this one?
One More Battle?
Yeah.
I saw snippets of it. I haven't seen the full thing for it yet.
Looks intense, you know. That definitely looks intense. So it's funny. People posting bullshit. But yeah, it looks intense at least. And it says Leonardo DiCaprio on working with Paul Thomas Anderson. He says, I've been wanting to work with Paul for over 20 years now. I think with the film, he's tapped into something politically and culturally beneath our psyche. Interesting. I mean, yeah, it looks like a decent film. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. You know, he's not Paul Thomas Anderson's not everyone's, cup of tea, but I don't mind his work. I haven't seen everything that he's done, but I know he's not everybody's cup of tea, but we'll see. But I know like everybody was freaking out over the budget of that movie.
What was the budget?
It's like $110 million for. And that doesn't seem like much, but I think like the fact that they I don't know. I think it was 110. Maybe it was something else. I don't know. But
I mean, Nolan made Oppenheimer on 100 million.
Did he? That's right. He did, huh?
It was about 100, 120, something like that.
Yeah, you just never know. You just never know when it comes to this. DiCaprio was the first choice for Boogie Nights. Is that true, Gilmer? That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Huh. Interesting.
DiCaprio as what was the freaking character's name? I can't even remember. Let's see. We're about to see new footage from One Battle After Another. That's cool. They'll be showing footage of that. New footage, yep. That's what everybody's confirming right now. A sneak peek at One Battle After Another exclusively for CinemaCon audiences. So that won't be released, but hey, maybe eventually it will. But
when does that movie come out?
It comes out. Don't remember.
Let's see.
Yeah, search that.
That is slated for release September 26, 2025. $115 million budget.
Oh, that's what it was. I thought it was 111. Yeah. I mean, hey, you never know. If they, if it hits just right, you just never know.
Yeah.
Hopefully it can. But I get, when it comes to movies that don't have like crazy special effects and everything like that, everybody just gotta go ahead and lower that budget. But sometimes, that 115 doesn't seem that crazy, I guess you could say. But Teyana Taylor describes her character in One Battle After Another. She's in a situationship. She's tough on the outside. She's always in survival mode. I don't even know who she is really, but she's hot. That's for damn sure. she's pretty good looking.
Got them legs.
Yeah, she knows how to use them.
Oh, man.
It's okay. You could say it. It's fine. It was funny because I was like, who is that? And I typed her in, and it was earlier this week. I'm like, oh, she's in that movie. And
speaking of ladies,
like that. Okay.
Speaking of ladies, you see Sydney Sweeney's apparently single.
Oh yeah, people were talking about that when I was streaming last night. I know it's so funny how like that is considered news because everybody swoons on her so much, and it's like, yeah, I don't even know why she was engaged in the first place. It's like, focus on the career, get going. You're working. You're like the it girl. You're like your rising star. You're posting all kinds of provocative things on your Instagram and doing all this stuff. It's like, just have some fun and build up your career before you start doing that. And I think she probably realized that.
What's funny is like I saw that news and then I immediately saw like the thing that she's apparently like in a closing deal for. It's a franchise called Gundam.
Oh yeah, people were talking about that last night in the chat as well. It's anime, right? Based off an anime.
Correct. Yep. Long-standing anime. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't she supposed to be something? She was some kind of remake of something that's an IP that was. God, I can't remember what it was. It's played by Raquel Welch. God, I can't remember. I thought she was like tied to that at one point, but
let's see.
Yeah, look it up her IMDb. Yeah, Discussing Film is having a tough time. They have not posted shit. They must be having a tough time in there. So I'm just refreshing my my normal.
Housemaid, Euphoria, Mask of the Red Death, Christy Martin biopic, and Scandalous are the upcoming projects IMDb currently has listed. Obviously, Euphoria, they're starting to do the 3rd season of that. That probably won't be out till 2026. So,
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It was like maybe it was just one of those fan casts because they fan cast her for anything that's voluptuous. But I can't remember what that old iconic movie. I think that had Raquel Welch star, or one of the older, like, you know, one of those starlets that back in the day in like the 60s. Barbella. That's
Barbella. Yeah.
Barbella. Wasn't she rumored for that, or that was supposed to be a thing? I don't know.
It's Edgar Wright, right?
Was he going to be doing that?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be correct on that. Yeah. Yeah, you might be right. They just wrapped The Running Man earlier this week. No, not
okay. Okay, yeah. According to Variety, this was from May of last year. I remember when this news broke, funny enough. Edgar Wright in talks to direct
Barbella.
Old news. So
yeah. Okay. Interesting. And there we go. We have a standalone shot from Miss Lois right there with a nice big smile on her face. Aw.
Hamana.
She's just so pretty. She's so pretty.
If there's one thing I'm definitely excited for in that movie, it's her as Lois Lane.
Yeah, I think she's gonna pretty much nail that Lois Lane. Have you been trying to ignore some of the stuff that apparently has been coming out, or are you?
I was on Threads.
Don't say anything, of course.
Obviously, yeah, no, but like I've seen on Threads alone the same bullet point like plot leak of like from a test screening, and I'm just like block, mute, don't want to see that. I'm just like I even just saw it in passing, and I was like, oh, cool, block. I like because it's just like why would you just do that? You know,
I already know I'm gonna probably be spoiled by things, and I know some things, but I'm not trying to seek out, you know, the entire fucking movie. But apparently, right now, Maggie Gyllenhaal and Jessie Buckley are talking about The Bride on stage, right? Meow. So there you go. Here's another good little image with these two right here. It's a good black carpet image from them right there with Corin Sweat and Rachel Brosnahan. Their dynamic should be really good. And I think that's, if anything, we're going to see in the new trailer, we're going to finally see all that. So,
if I ever met Rachel Brosnahan, I'd be like, "Do you want to play Pokemon Go?"
She's a
Pokemon fan. I've seen her like at like standing behind like, you know, Pikachu's and shit at certain Pokemon Go events. I'm just like, oh, all right, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So we got footage description from when it comes to One Battle After Another. It begins with Bob Leo dialing a phone call with the person on the other end answering Rise and Shine. He responds, "Yo, what's up, homie?" The scene takes place after the sequence in the trailer when the operator told him to call back when he knows the time. Bob goes off on a monologue talking about how he's done drugs and fried his brain, which is why he doesn't know the answer. He threatens to hunt down the operator and stick a loaded fucking dynamite right up your asshole. That's what he says. He continues threatening the operator, who gives simple responses and keeps saying he feels uncomfortable being on the phone call with Bob. In the end, Bob asks to speak to the manager by saying he's calling in a Gray Hawk 10. I got him now, Bob says. To Benicio del Toro's character, the sneak peek then ends with footage from the first trailer with a brief looks at Sean Penn and other members of the cast. So, yeah, this sounds like this is going to be a pretty fucking... This sounds like a fun one for Leo, that's for damn sure.
Well, Leo is at the point in his career where he can just do whatever the fuck he wants, you know?
Seems like now he wants to like seek out directors that he hasn't worked with yet, you know? I wouldn't be surprised if he's probably got like a little bit of a checklist. I mean, obviously he's going to be working with Martin Scorsese again, I think. Yeah. And then I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you know, now that he's working with Paul Thomas Anderson, that's one to check off. Maybe there'll be some other directors that he's like interested in working with. Let's see. The Bride. We got some Bride stuff. Yep. It's being showcased. I thought I saw a quote here. Maggie Gyllenhaal says she was looking for something hot and big and wanted the film to be radical. That led her to The Bride. a Bride of Frankenstein tattoo was the genesis of her idea for the film. There you go. Who's playing the bride again? Did we look that up?
It was Jess Buckley.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. She's the one that's on stage with her. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting look. But yeah, should be something pretty interesting and different. Firstly, when I read Maggie's script, it was like being plugged into an electric current, says Jesse Buckley. So that's cool.
There's irony in that statement.
Yeah, of course. I think that's exactly what she was going for. I think that all of us have a little aspect of something monstrous in us, like John Hall said. So that's cool. And then, of course, she even said like how the bride differs from Bride of Frankenstein. In the original Bride of Frankenstein, the bride is in it for 3 minutes and doesn't speak, which is quite a bit different than our movie. Well, yeah, if you're going to title it The Bride, it's probably going to be the opposite. I mean, I'm sure Bale is going to have plenty to work with, but, you know, she's going to be the lead in this for sure and have more dialogue. So that's cool. I wonder if I'm guessing they're going to probably show some footage. Jesse Buckley describes the love in The Bride as the most punk love ever, and compared to movies like Sid and Nancy and Wild at Heart. Hey, look who was also there too. We're getting some late black carpet images, but there's Leo right there with what's her name that we were just talking about before. And then, of course, I forget her name. Regina
Hall.
Oh, right? There you go. Yes. So
scary movie. Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah, they're there.
Good for him.
He's like, "How old are you two?" Oh, just kidding. There's a joke. Yeah. Tiana Taylor, that's right. It says her character loves. Yeah, I already saw that. I already read that. The Bride was filmed in IMAX, so filmed for IMAX, so that's cool. So they got those big IMAX cameras out there. That's cool. And comes and introduce some footage. When asked what you were, yeah, we already saw that. We already read that. So that's cool that it's filmed in IMAX. So I just wonder why it got delayed. I need a little bit more time. I guess that's fine. So take your time. But Regina is older. Yeah, she doesn't look older. She's aging like a fine wine right there. That's for damn sure. Regina.
It'll be nice to see her and Anna Faris come back for was it Scary Movie 6?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're both in talks, right?
I think so.
I mean, they have to return. They have to return.
I mean, if you go through the trouble of getting the Wayans brothers to come back, you kind of need the iconic two who help kick that franchise off. So
exactly. Yeah. So and they stayed there too. They were in the sequels that the Wayans weren't a part of.
3 and 4, I believe.
I think they were in both of them.
They were not in 5 though.
They were not in 5. That's when it skewed like a different direction, right? I think. Yeah. So that's cool. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Refreshing. The Bride star describes a character and love. Yeah, we already read that. I have become a total convert. Maggie Gyllenhaal on shooting with IMAX cameras. Okay. So that had to be definitely an experience. And then, of course, hey, look at that. We got also a group shot with good old Safi Pants.
Hey.
There he is. There's the guy with the wavy hair. Of course, the one that's full on wearing the suit, the businessman that he is. And James Gunn looks like he's just like, I'm not tucking in my shirt. I'm not wearing a tie.
Nicholas Hoult looks like he's just like having the time of his life. He looks like a Lex Luthor in a certain respect, man.
Yeah. I'm surprised any of the other ladies. I know they were like there.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering. I mean, I know they were, but that's the thing is like they were also doing press junkets too. So those haven't come out yet. So maybe, there's like a embargo on those. Yeah, it might not even come out for another couple of months, to be honest.
The actress who played the engineer and then Sarah Shapiro.
Gabriella, and then, of course, the one who plays Kat, Michaela.
Yep, she's there. And Tessmacher is too. Sarah Stempino. I don't know how to say her last name.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, they all took pictures, and it was like, yep. James Gunn understood the assignment when casting them. All right, but yeah. Let's see. So yeah, we got The Bride. They're still got The Bride happening right now. I guess Marlon Wayans is supposed to be in the next Jordan Peele movie. Yeah, that did get talked about at the Lions. The Lions. It's not a Jordan Peele directed movie. He just produced it. It's called Him. Not sure. It's some kind of sci-fi horror, kind of weird. And I like the poster because the poster is a
like
football.
A bloody football.
Yeah, that looks like it's got like some interesting stitching on it. So I'm kind of going, all right, well. Yeah, the first trailer for The Bride is being shown now. So that's cool. So I wonder when that's going to actually get released. Well, that's cool. So hopefully that'll get released sometime soon. I'm sure maybe a poster. I don't know.
So part of me that wonders if like Maggie Gyllenhaal doing The Bride is almost like Oscar baity, auteurish kind of maybe.
Could be that. But if it got postponed to next year, I don't know.
It's probably like January of next year. That's why they're probably not too worried about showing something for it now.
Yeah, probably not. Naked Gun movie. Who is distributing Naked Gun?
I thought that was Netflix.
Yeah, I don't remember who's all handling, because they had like when you walked into Caesar's Palace, they had like the statues, which are essentially naked, and they put the logo on there, which I thought was fun little way to saying that. But I don't know who is I thought maybe it was Warner Brothers, but I don't know. Maybe no, it's Universal. Okay, so that's another day.
I think that's tomorrow because Disney is Thursday.
Disney is Thursday? Okay.
I believe Disney is supposed to be Thursday.
They're probably not going to have much to talk about. Why would they? They're all about the Comic-Con and fucking D23 shit.
Well, yeah, but I think I don't know if it's true, but I heard someone whisper they may or may not show off Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, save the Marvel, Star Wars stuff for other things, but yeah, of course you got to put the Avatar stuff. I didn't even think about it.
What is Disney going to show from Marvel Studios at this point? They're working on one movie. Okay, fair,
yeah. Fantastic Four, or what? Yeah. So tomorrow at 2:30 Pacific time.
Yeah. There you go.
So Naked Gun's Paramount. Thank you, Gilmore. Yeah, Paramount. So there's a screening in the morning.
How to Train Your Dragon.
No, yeah, that's right. That was the one that they're going to be screening, which should be interesting. I mean, the original movie's good.
Yeah,
and it seems like it's going to be almost a shot for shot. See if that plays out well. It seemed like people were liking that with the response. That's all. I was never big on the movie. I don't even think I saw the sequel. In fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't see the sequel. But, shot for shot, I mean, they nailed it. And the fact that, Gerard Butler, came back to actually play the character he voiced, and he looks just like him. I was like, fuck, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. And doesn't Josh Gad play a character too?
I don't know. I don't
remember. Or no, it's Nick Frost. Nick Frost plays a character in the movie. The reason I know this is because his character in the original animated movie, his peg leg was on like one leg, but they had to change it for the live action movie because the leg that it would be on, Nick Frost has like a bad knee on that leg, so they just changed it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. Okay. Can't be mad.
Yeah, I can't be mad at that. So yeah, footage. Let's see. Footage description. Here we go. Thank you, Screen Rant. All right, so we see the bride as a human die by falling down the stairs. And she asks, was I the same before the accident? But someone says that it wasn't an accident and they did it on purpose. We see Frankenstein's monster revive the bride. Then several shots, almost 1 to 2 per second, of brutal scenes with monster and bride. One shows the monster killing someone in front of the bride by smashing him against the wall and then stepping on him. Ouch. The trailer ends with the bride asking, "What's my name? I can't remember." The final shot is of her in black and white. Seemingly, her head is a glass case saying "monstrous." Okay. That sounds intense. Hopefully they release that. Jeez.
That'd be cool.
Please. I want to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I want to watch Christian Bale just go absolutely ape shit on somebody.
That's
Oh, wait.
great.
There's like 3 Batman movies of him doing that. I'll be fine.
And American Psycho, and yeah.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh God,
Oh man,
he was the best thing of that movie, to be honest.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a new scissor reel that's happening for New Line. It's being showcased with scenes from Weapons. Have no idea what that is. Final Destination, Bloodlines, Conjuring 4, and Mortal Kombat 2. I don't know what Weapons is. I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, the other 3 are what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but hopefully it's something. Sounds like something pretty cool. Sounds like it's going to be some kind of crazy action flick, maybe. I don't know. Then we got,
Weapons. I remember hearing about this. Hold on.
Yeah, look that up. I have no idea what that is. But Richard Brenner, president and CCO of New Line Cinema, is walking on the stage right meow. So Weapons is Zach Krager. Okay, so that's the guy, the Barbarian guy, yes, and he's doing the new Resident Evil movie.
Yes. So this ensemble cast includes, you ready? Josh Brolin, Julia Gardner, Alden Ehrenreich, Benedict Wong, Austin Abrams, Amy Madigan, and June Diane Raphael.
Wow.
Huh.
Okay. Well, you said Josh Brolin. I'm like, all right, I'm down.
Yeah, and Zach Krager.
Yeah, Barbarian was insane.
Yeah, and he produced Companion too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, he didn't direct that, huh?
No, he produced it.
Okay. He helped co-write that?
Did he? I don't remember. Maybe. Oh, let me look.
Could be. What's going on, Tappa Nerd Trailers from Brazil? Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. I haven't seen Barbarian and Companion. You got to do yourself a favor and watch both of those.
No, he just produced that.
He just produced it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Written and directed by Drew Hack.
Barbarian, it was fucking insane. I hope
Barbarian
they do. Yeah. Barbarian, you saw it, right? Did you see Barbarian?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They set up. It felt like they were setting so much foundation for possibilities, and I'm going, all right, can we like do a follow up? What's going on here? It was successful. It didn't cost much, and it made money. So I'm like, where's that sequel? Because they were setting some things up. It felt like, in that movie that could just go like take it in crazy directions. So hopefully they do something when it comes to that. But Companion also fantastic movie. Let's see. I'm feeling, of course, DC's gonna be okay. So then we got Conjuring Last Rites follows the final case of the Warrens, making it the final film, of course, in the mainline franchise, which you can't go wrong with these. Of course, James Wan is producing these. It's releasing on September 5th of this year, so that's cool. And they, of course, have a shiny new logo for it. I'm sure there's going to be some footage as well, but there's a little logo for Last Rites. Conjuring 4 is the last one, so yeah, that's going to be cool. Can't go wrong with those movies. All right, and then it says New Line. Yeah, of course, Mortal Kombat will probably be last when it comes to New Line. I'm willing to bet. I'm sure they're going to be. And now we got a clip of Final Destination Bloodlines that is being showcased right now. So, of course, they're going to show a clip. They're going to show some kind of crazy death clip that I'm sure is going to be pretty insane. You saw the trailer for Bloodlines, right?
I actually have not.
Ooh, okay.
I have not.
Well, what's interesting about it, because obviously, I mean, I did a rewatch when I think the first weekend I was in my new place. I decided, I don't know why, I just started doing a rewatch. I haven't watched the movies in forever. And I was just kind of going, what the hell are they going to do with the new one? Because I think the fourth Final Destination was the worst one, when they were trying to do the 3D shit. I remember just rewatching it. It looks like shit. Obviously, when you can't watch it in 3D, it looks like shit. But obviously the first one was cool because you didn't know that it was actually it was like a prequel, which was great.
Right.
But with this one, it's like you have, this family, and then you got this grandma who's like a crazy grandma and goes, I survived this. So technically, the fact that I survived, you guys should not be alive. So death is coming for the entire family. I went, oh, okay. That's one way to do it. And she's like got this book that has drawings from all the different accidents,
movies,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, you got me right there. So now it's like, okay, so death is going for her family that should not exist because she should have died in her accident that happened when she was a teenager, which of course, that's probably going to be the opening crazy. I don't know. Well, maybe it won't be the opening, but it would be something crazy happens.
Sure. Yeah.
So, but I was like, all right, there you go. And then, of course, we get to see Tony Todd one more time.
This is his last role, I think.
Yeah, I know. And it's sad because you'd see him and you could see that he was just fucking cancer was just eating him away, man. He looks pretty frail, but you know, it's going to be cool to hear that voice one more time talking about death.
Oh, man. That's morbid.
Yeah, I know.
Very morbid.
Yeah, didn't even put that together. Jeez. But I mean, he just has that voice to him where, like, man, when you watch those Final Destination movies, the way that he explains all that. Woo.
Well, he was Candyman. He did, he was the voice of Zoom in The Flash. He's also the most recent voice of Venom.
Yeah, in the Spider-Man game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out October 24th of this year.
That's correct.
Okay, so fucking release the damn trailer then.
Right? Let's see, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. They should, in theory, be releasing a teaser now.
Something. I mean, we got the first looks, which is like fine, okay, but yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully after this, I mean, we should be getting some posters after this damn thing at least. I'm guessing. I mean, obviously we got the like I said, we got the Conjuring Last Rites like title logo, which is cool. But yeah, let's release some official posters. All right, so the clip for Final Destination Bloodlines reveals two characters considering different methods of removing the death curse from them, including killing babies or eating peanuts by eating peanuts with peanut allergy to flatline. What the hell? That just sounds morbid. Oof. That sounds crazy, but yeah. So that's what the clip was right there. I don't know if they said it right. They might have been typing really, really fast, including killing babies or eating peanuts with a peanut allergy to flatline. Okay, so maybe that's just one of the characters has a peanut allergy. That might come into play.
That would suck because I love peanut butter and I love peanuts. So
to have that.
I feel bad for anyone who has a peanut allergy. I'm like, oh, you're missing out. Those are amazing.
I know. I would hate that too because I'm also a big fan of peanut butter. Just taking a spoon to the jar.
Yeah, all the time, anytime. It's like one of the best midnight snacks ever.
Oh yeah, and then if you combine that with some Nutella, that is ultimate. That is ultimate. Hey, you get home from a night of just whatever, and you're feeling, ooh, I need something. That is like ultimate right there. Yeah,
but suffocating a baby with a peanut butter. Oh my god!
Well, I think it's one of them said killing babies, and I think maybe one of them the explanation wasn't the greatest, but I think one of them has a peanut allergy, so they were thinking about just killing themselves with peanuts. I don't know. It was a little bit of a weird explanation. It might have been they might have just been typing way too fast.
It's so wild.
But yeah, so it was something. So I guess it wasn't a clip that was showing. It wasn't showing a death clip, which I guess that makes sense. You got a room full of people. You don't know if people are squeamish. You're not going to show some crazy death sequence to do that, to traumatize. You got a bunch of business people there that might not want to see someone's eye get ripped out of their socket or something.
Right.
So that makes sense that they showed a clip that was just two characters talking about lifting the death curse. So that does make sense. Adjust my camera because it's getting darker.
Do your thing.
Yeah, just got to do that. Adjust that ISO a little bit. All right. So Conjuring, I already have that. Let's see. There's so many people posting. Okay. Oh, Mortal Kombat 2 reveals first footage of an F-bomb wielding Johnny Cage. Oh boy. Good old Carl Urban. Diabolical.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
R-rated Mortal Kombat movie, Johnny Cage dropping an F-bomb. Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. Just we're not going to get that awesome New Zealand accent from Carl Urban, but he still got a good American accent.
Yeah.
He still has that, you know, the way that he delivers the lines. When is the Superman panel? It's going to be last.
Yeah.
It's going to be last there, Jay. So we probably got another, before DC comes out, we probably got another 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to end at 6:30. So
okay.
It'll probably start at
6
in a half an hour or like a little
6,
after.
yeah.
So, but they are now, we got Mortal Kombat 2 footage, which is like, please release that footage. God damn.
Right. Like, I would like to get an idea of like visually what this movie is going to look like, even though I've seen the first movie and it's the same director. So it's like I have an idea, but I just like want to visually see like Shao Kahn and Johnny Cage. Like, I want to see these characters just like fucking duke it out, right?
I do. Okay, we got a better description right here from THR when it comes to the Final Destination bloodlines. It's two brothers. They're at a hospital and they're arguing. They consider killing a baby to escape the fate of their deaths. They decide to flatline instead. One brother has a peanut allergy. They buy peanut butter cups from the vending machine. It gets stuck, and a brother punches the machine. He tries to tip the machine. The machine almost falls on them, of course, but doesn't. They get the peanut butter cups and go inside a dark hospital room. An MRI machine accidentally turns on. One brother has piercings. The other brother eats the peanut butter cup. He starts to choke. The MRI machine fires up and pulls the... Okay, so they did show a crazy scene. The piercings from the brother's nose, chest, ears, and more. Oh, you know what more Matt meant, probably. Oh, the brother is fully pulled inside the MRI machine and impaled by a wheelchair. Oh, the peanut butter brother finds his EpiPen and wakes up only to be impaled by a spring from the vending machine. Woo! So sorry if that, you know, we spoiled a death sequence on there, guys, but hey, I was just reading it. But that is pretty intense scene right there.
Okay, all right. I'll probably end up revisiting those movies here very soon.
Yeah, do it. And now we got it's weapons time. So Zach Krager is on stage right now. So he's going to be talking about that, whatever that is. But so wait, so they already got through Mortal Kombat 2, huh? And it's just like, hey, they show some footage and then that's it. Oh man, come on, where is that goddamn trailer?
Right.
Jesus, what are we doing here?
It'll probably get released alongside Minecraft.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
for a kids movie, I doubt it.
That's a kids movie. No, they wouldn't do that. But then again, it's a video game movie, so they can make a PG movie, PG version of that, and then have the Red Band trailer online.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, they could do something like that, but yeah, doubtful. Doubtful, yeah. And I'm just like going, man, a part of me doesn't want to go see Minecraft, but part of me does, because I'm making such an effort to really be consistent every Thursday to go see a movie.
Right, yeah.
You know, I don't know. I just, because I started, you know, last year I started skipping some Thursdays, and I missed out on some movies. So this year I was like, I'll make it a point, when you can see a movie, go see a movie. And I think it's kind of nice too, because now that I live with my brother, you know, it's kind of nice, and I'm here in this house the whole time, and then his girlfriend will come over on Thursday. She stays the night on Thursday. So then it's kind of nice that I'm like, hey, I'll get out of the house for a bit if he doesn't want to join. Yeah. And it looks like I'll be seeing Minecraft by myself because my dad doesn't want to see it. But there's a lot of, April is pretty stacked. That's for damn sure.
Well, Sinners is the 18th.
Yeah.
Everything in before and after that, I'm kind of like, what the fuck is
going on? See, it sucks because the week after this week, we got the Amateur and Drop, which I want to see both of those. And of course, my dad wants to see the Amateur because he's all about the spy revenge flick. And
that's what I want to see. I want to see.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. And thank you for the $2 super chat there. Spade King, does the DC panel last? Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I am trying to summon it into existence. That maybe, I doubt there's going to be any but maybe they'll have an update on the Batman Part 2. But I'm not going to guarantee it. But I would like for at least some kind of mention of something. Maybe, I don't know. But I know Matt Reeves is. Unless that would be crazy if Matt Reeves just walks out on stage. And wouldn't that be insane? But again, this is not Comic-Con, so I don't know if they're going to do as something crazy like that. So, and they probably would already had him like on the black carpet entrance or whatever. But again, thank you for the $2 super chat.
Yeah, you'd think
we got Warfare coming out on the 11th as well.
Oh, that's right.
My dad being a military man definitely wants to see that.
It's the Will Poulter, Joseph Quinn war movie. Yeah.
I didn't realize that Alex Garland co-directed with an actual war vet. That's sweet. I love that shit. And apparently it's just like a real-time story. Like it's minute it starts and the minute it stops, there is no jumping. So
yeah,
that's also really cool.
Yeah, that one looks good. Like it's on my radar. I mean, I like Joseph Quinn. I think he's a pretty solid young and upcoming actor in his own right.
Dude, I mean, I was just thinking about this last night after the whole Beatles announcement. He's playing George Harrison.
Yeah.
It's like, what, 3 years ago or so, all of a sudden he just like shows up in Stranger Things, wins over the hearts of all of us, and now he's just blowing up so much.
Yep.
Now, being in like one of the biggest movies of the year, he was in a franchise movie last year with
Quiet Place Part 1, Day 1. Quiet Place Day
and then now he's going to be playing George Harrison in this crazy ambitious 4 biopic movies that are even coming out in 3 years, that's gonna be insane. You know what I hate though, man. I tell you, I hate when I see doubters about that. And I saw, and it was a scooper that said this. Good old Daniel RPK. He posts on Twitter like, "There's no way that this is successful," and puts a crying emoji. I'm like, fuck off, dude. It's the Beatles, first off, but like, have some faith that something as ambitious as this, which is very unique. It's like, how do you tell the story of the Beatles in one movie or whatever? This is something different that we've never seen. Have some faith that these movies will do well. And I think, the fact that the stories are going to intertwine and everything with the 4 movies, and you're going to see the perspectives of all 4 members. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Just like have some faith, just because it's not some superhero shit. God damn.
Like, are we just going to completely gloss over how much money Bohemian Rhapsody made?
Yeah, exactly. People and then it was kind of disappointing. It was kind of disappointing today too, that because a lot of people were hoping that they were going to talk about the Michael Jackson biopic, but apparently
saw that.
Yeah, they just said nope, because there's like a whole lawsuit that was happening with the third act of that movie.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, because of just, there's not supposed to be mentions of certain things. I don't know. It seems like it's a pretty big mess, but I don't know. We'll see. But Barbarian director Zach Krager's new horror film, so this is a horror movie, Weapons, follows a town where an entire classroom of children disappear one night without a trace. Okay, that's it. And it stars, of course, we have Josh Brolin, but it also has Eldon, Aaron, I always say his name wrong, Aaron Rich, Julie Garner, of course, and then, of course, Benedict Cumberbatch, like you mentioned. So, but that sounds like a pretty cool, hey, you already got me hooked. I'll see what happens when it comes to that. That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, Zach Krager, he's just, Barbarian just put him on the fucking map in a big way, and there's not a surprise to me why he ended up with Resident Evil.
Yeah. Hopefully he could do something with that damn franchise.
Well, it's not like anything he can do is any worse than any of the 6 movies that W.S. Anderson or even that stuff that happened on Netflix. I'm just like, rejuvenate it a little bit. Do something like, this might not be the best comparison, but like do what Super Mario did. Like it's a fucking video game franchise, approach it in the same way. Treat it like Fallout, treat it like Mario, treat it like the source material, but tell your own story with it.
Exactly.
But have it be faithful. It's really not hard. And like, I'm looking at Legend of Zelda thinking the same thing, because I know, Zelda is a very interesting like franchise, because like each game has like its own subunit of fans. Like there are hardcore fans of Link to the Past. There's a massive fan base for Ocarina of Time. Like with this movie, I already know like not every Zelda fan's going to be happy, and it's not going to shock me. It's just nature of the beast.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my brother's a diehard Zelda fan. So when I told him, I'm like, hey, basically, this is coming out in 2026 or
27,
seven, yeah.
27.
I told him, I was like, hey, 2 years from now, you know, we're going to be going to see Legends of Zelda. And he's all, finally. Yeah, but I mean, you know, I have faith in Wes Ball.
Yep.
You know, the way with what he did with the the Apes franchise, cool. And currently right now they are showing a 10-minute clip for F1. So the audience is being treated to an F1 clip. So well, I wanted to read something beforehand. So while that's happening, so yeah, we're not going to be probably getting any kind of information for a little bit. Where did I see it? Okay, we got the F1 stuff. I saw something. Oh yeah, Eric Davis. He said WB is bringing the footage. We just watched a teaser for Weapons from director of Barbarian. The premise: an entire classroom of kids suddenly leave their homes. Okay, so they suddenly leave their homes at 2:17 a.m. and disappear into the night. Things get crazy, bloody, and freaky from there. Okay, so there's a little bit more meat on that bone right there. So they don't just disappear. They don't just disappear like in a classroom. See, I just thought, oh, they go into a classroom and disappear. No, it's the kids who are part of a classroom disappear specifically at 2:17 a.m. So I'm sure that's significant to the plot is with that time if they're emphasizing that in the teaser. But Joseph Kaczynski believes F1 will be the cinematic event of the summer, and I truly believe that with just seeing the footage. It's going to be that dad film.
Yep.
It's going to be like what he did with Maverick.
Dude, my bladder is something else. I'll be right back.
No, go ahead. When we get back, I'm going to have to pee next.
Oh, for sure. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah, so sipping on the wine. I know it's not Wine Wednesday, but I was like, you know what? If we're gonna be streaming for about 2 hours, I was like, nope, I'm gonna be sipping on some of the red wine. But yeah, I'm with you, Donovan. The Weapons is now on my radar. There's some good movies coming out this year, man. There's some good movies, and I'm just hoping that, you know, it just sucks that Warner Brothers has started off a little rocky. I mean, I enjoyed Mickey 17. I really enjoyed that movie. I mean, yeah, it was a little out there, a little different, a little weird, but I just hope it gets a cult following. And I mean, obviously with Joker and last year, that wasn't a good start for them. But I mean, hopefully they can, you know, when it comes to F1, when it comes to these movies that they're talking about right now, I'm just kind of going, all right, let's have these be some winners here. They need some winners. And of course, Sinners is going to be pretty good too. So, but yeah, right now, I'm sure they're watching like an entire like racing clip of F1 right now. Yeah, I know. You can already watch Mickey 17. You can already stream it. You can already rent it. They already put it online, which is like, Jesus Christ. I tell you. What's going on, Christopher Evans? Mr. Chris Evans, what's happening? Yeah, I'm with you, Meg. Sinners. Every time that shot of like Michael B. Jordan just I just love that shot. Just love that shot of him in the trailer. So after F1 is a DC panel, might be. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, no. Animation will be next. So
yeah, they're probably gonna finish off their panel.
All right, hold down the fort. I'm gonna refill and take a pee myself.
Got you, mate. Yeah, I see Chris Evans in the chat. Sinners looks great. Is F1 is the DC panel after F1? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, we'll see, right? I don't have Twitter, guys. Like anyone who's watched me on the vodka stream or anywhere else, y'all know I don't have Twitter, so I don't keep any of this shit up. I'm just watching the chat as it goes. Yes, Chris, I am indeed rocking the Superman shirt. You were 100% correct in that. Who would you want to play as Batman? I mean, I've been saying for a while, Jay Ryan, who was older Ben Hanscom in It Chapter 2, directed by Andy Muschietti. I think he'd make a great Batman. Gilmer, are you excited for Brawler? Yeah. I mean, look, I'm a fan of Zack Snyder. I'll watch anything he makes. So I'm not the biggest UFC guy, but you know, I'll watch it.
Yeah, should be interesting. I mean, I was talking about that last night on the stream, and I'm like, I mean, with how big UFC is all around the world, and
Yeah.
I know some people don't dig it. I mean, I'm not like the biggest fan myself. But I've gone to parties and I have friends that watch it religiously. But how big it is, I mean, it has potential to be Zach's biggest movie. I mean, I'm talking about bigger than DC stuff because it's just so out there in the ether that it's just so huge that it's. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they fork over the money with how much is backing up. They might even have the premiere at the Sphere in fucking Vegas for all we know, and just who knows? It's gonna be a big movie. It's a big deal, I think. I mean, there's just so much behind it. And the UFC is just so huge that the movie's probably gonna have a pretty hefty budget. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that's, I mean, it's gonna be
Well,
pretty.
it's being funded by the
Saudi guy, one of the Saudi who's also rich as shit. So
yeah.
there's a lot of money that could be backed up. So I mean, it's good. It has potential. It has potential to be $1 billion movie. I know some people are like, get out of here, but I mean, in the whole movie nerdy culture sphere, yeah, maybe people don't realize how big the UFC is, but it is so huge all around the world. So it just has that potential. I mean, I could be just, overthinking it, but hey, you never know. So
I don't think you even like just thinking about it. It probably wouldn't cost that much to make a movie on that caliber.
And we know that Zach can utilize a budget. He's not going to need like a $300 million budget, but
no.
But I think the biggest things, like when it comes to budget, is like just the stage. Obviously with the fights,
stage and the audience,
the audience, and having like the arenas and all the everything there. And of course, we're going to have those, and it's going to be shot in IMAX. You better believe it. So they're going to have those big IMAX cameras, and I would not be surprised, Zach being such a proponent of IMAX. And we know that Christopher Nolan is utilizing new IMAX technology for the Odyssey. I think we showed out in the Vodka stream. Remember, you see how big those fucking cameras are?
Yeah,
you better believe that they're going to be using that for Brawler.
Right.
100%.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
Especially if we're going to be showing. I just would not be surprised if they end up doing the premiere at the Sphere, or they show it or something. I don't know. They got to be something. So let's see. Okay, here we go. We got a little description here from the reel when it comes to Mortal Kombat 2. Well, no, I guess. Well, it says Carl Urban looks great as Johnny Cage. This is from Eric Davis.
Yeah.
He says the teaser, he barks, "I'm Johnny fucking Cage," and it's showtime. So there's the F-bomb right there. Johnny fucking Cage. That should be interesting. Like I said, I just need to see that trailer before I start making any kind of judgment.
Right. In the same way. I really want to watch that movie.
The first one just kind of burned me slightly. But, like I said, as long as there's the Scorpion and Sub-Zero fighting, that's all I need, really.
Well, I don't know if I know that the actor Joe Taslim's coming back, but I don't know that he's going to be Sub-Zero because Sub-Zero died.
He did die.
So it would probably
be like his brother. Wasn't that a whole storyline?
Yeah. So
Kombat 3 or whatever. That's really Sub-Zero's brother.
Yeah, in Lin Kuei lore, typically Scorpion ends up killing Sub-Zero, and Sub-Zero has a brother. Brother comes back for revenge, et cetera, because Sub-Zero murdered Scorpion's family. But if you go by the animated movie Scorpion's Revenge, it was actually Quan Chi posing as Sub-Zero. It's a whole fucking conspiracy.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Right. I forgot about Scorpion's Revenge. Yeah, that was a good animated movie.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah,
Scorpion's Revenge is typically heralded as like quote unquote the best Mortal Kombat movie to date.
It was really good. It was really good. So okay, so let's see. When it comes to F1, Joseph Krasinski, Jerry Bruckheimer presented at 10 minutes. Obviously, it opens with intercuts of high speed. Brad Pitt awakes in the trailer. A whole lot of love, of course, playing Daytona. Sunny Hayes, it's just essentially it's just like a big long trailer. Later, Pitt's team manager brings him his trophy and a check. He tries to convince him to join their organization, which I think that's Javier Bardem. Pitt declines and leaves his van. Harvey, Bardem and reunite at a laundromat, and they play pinball together. And Bond, Bardem says his racing team is $350 million in debt. Impressive, says Pitt. Bardem explains he could lose his team. I need a new driver, and says implying Pitt should join the team. So it's just one of those where you're just going to have the old blood, the new blood joining a team and trying to save it. So, yeah, it's going to be good. Like I said, it's confirmed he did drive. Ooh, so it says right here, it confirms that Pitt drives on the track. It's confirmed he did the driving himself at over 180 miles an hour. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, eat your heart out, Tom Cruise. But then again, Tom Cruise was in a fucking jet.
Yeah, I'm actually reading a piece from Hollywood Reporter, and that same thing Eric Davis said. It says a real tease. The video game adaptation's key characters, including Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, shouting, "I am Johnny fucking Cage."
Yeah,
it's showtime. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So that's cool. Hopefully, like I said, he's probably going to be the main focus of that. So now we're on to WB animation, guys. After all the craziness that happened with Coyote versus Acme, and it finally getting a distribution, which we won't see till next year, apparently. But hey, at least it's something.
I'm fine with waiting.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be able to watch the damn movie.
Yeah, I know. We all should support it. Go out and see it. Catch Up Entertainment, good on them. Even though I totally didn't even know that they had another Looney Tunes movie come out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, the day the world blew up or something like that.
Yeah, totally. Was like, oh shit, there's another one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, when the news broke that Coyote vs. Acme got bought, I was scrolling through Facebook very briefly, and a friend of mine, he's actually been on the show, Zacchaeus on. He made a post. He was like, "You all better go watch this effing movie in theaters."
Seriously. Oh no, I'll be there. Oh, I'm going to definitely watch that. Yeah, definitely going to go see that. And I like Will Forte. So
I'm just kind of intrigued by the premise. It's like the Coyote has finally sued Acme.
Yeah.
Like
for all the grievances of him. Yeah, exactly. So it's a cool little concept, especially if you were a Wile E. Coyote fan.
Right.
Growing up, which I was. I remember any time that there was a Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner segment and watching the cartoons, I think those are some of my favorite ones. But yeah, so that's definitely gonna be some fun times.
Well, like just looking at the catalog of Looney Tunes characters, right? You've got your, Bugs Bunny, Daffy, Elmer Fudd, Porky Pig, but then you get to like the real nitty gritty of it. You've got, Foghorn Leghorn, you've got Tweety and Sylvester, you've got, I think, the Roadrunner and Coyote. Like, yeah, those. If entertainment and hilarity ensues from Looney Tunes, it's usually either from a Bugs Bunny segment or a Wile E. Coyote segment, more often than not.
Yeah. They're having people talk about Looney Tunes and how much they love the characters. Well, tell that to Zazzy Pants. Is Zazzy Pants there listening to this? I mean, my God, Jesus Christ.
Well, if you love the characters so much and people love the characters so much, why would you yank them off of Max?
Yank them off Max. You're going to close the building that they're holding all the fucking... come on. Let's see here. We got a new scissor reel showing first looks at the upcoming Flintstones. So there's also that's right. I forgot. I think I did hear that. And Cat in the Hat animated films. Okay. So we also got a Yabba Dabba Doo thing happening as well. You know what's funny? I don't care what anyone says. That first Flintstones movie, that live action one with John Goodman, Rick Moranis, Halle Berry, that's an excellent fucking adaptation. I don't know.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Kyle MacLachlan is the bad guy.
Yes. They did a great job of adapting that. And apparently John Goodman, I watched the video on this. He signed up for it and realized I didn't want to do this. Apparently there was times where he was just like, he was drunk during it. He would just be like, fuck, I don't care. This movie's stupid. That's why when it came to the sequel, Viva La Vegas or whatever the hell, none of the actors returned because they just thought it was the most ridiculous thing, especially John Goodman. But it ended up being a huge hit. That's what's so funny. So, but apparently, there was reports that he was actually like, there's sometimes where he's just drunk. He's just drunk, but it worked. So, geez, it worked for him.
he I mean, watching that movie and then watching the TV show, he sounds just like Fred Flintstone, which is
so did Rick Moranis sounding like Barney.
Yeah. And it's like
Rosie O'Donnell, she did the freaking Betty laugh perfectly.
Yeah.
And then you had what's her name, Elizabeth Perkins, who was Wilma. She looked great. Yeah, I mean, it all looked fantastic. I mean, they perfectly adapted that movie into live action with the most ridiculous shit. And then, of course, it's you get to look at Halle Berry looking, super hot. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But yeah, a new animated film when it comes to that. Attendees, ooh, say that. Dynamic duo. Oh, they had dynamic duo footage. Hello, watch out.
Wow.
So it seems like they're already kicking into gear when it comes to dynamic duo. Dynamic duo uses purely puppetry animation with beautiful cinematography in the brief CinemaCon footage. Ooh. I did not even think about dynamic duo being talked about. And we got Coy right here, Mr. From Real Rejects.
Yeah.
He got a brief glimpse of dynamic duo. Here, I'll even bring up the tweet. Why not? See, people, you can see. Got a brief glimpse of dynamic duo, literally seconds worth, and it looks staggeringly unique. We're talking Spider-Verse level of new, but with puppetry and CGI and live action blending. Stunning. All right. See, this is the kind of stuff that's going to cause some wins right here. Come on. Let's see. We got another thing that says first footage of dynamic duo shown during WB animation sizzle reel. Batmobile crashes through a pillar, and Dick Grayson, we think, is shown riding on the subway. Looks gorgeous. Oh man, release some of this footage, please. Oi. I did not even think about that. Didn't even think about dynamic duo. Not at all.
I wondered about that when I saw the Warner Brothers animation logo next to DC Studios. I was like, if they show anything from dynamic duo, would it fall into one or the other?
Yeah.
And I guess Warner Brothers animation ended up getting it. That's cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it sounds like it's going to be its own thing. It's going to be a standalone thing. Yeah, more than anything, it's not going to be tied to the the DCU, which is fine. I don't see. Oh, we got Bill. Also, so Bill Hader's voicing the Cat in the Hat, I guess, huh? All right, that makes sense because Bill Hader is on stage to showcase the first look. So I guess he is voicing the cat in the hat. That makes sense. I like Bill Hader.
I don't have a problem with Bill Hader. I just think the idea of like just another Cat in the Hat go around. I know. Like, okay.
Well, again, this is coming off the. I guess what, like 4 or 5 years ago? Didn't we have Benedict Cumberbatch was the Grinch, right?
That's fair. Yeah, fair point.
So I guess they were just like, hey, we got to capitalize on again. So immediately they go to, when are they going to do Green Eggs and Ham? Come on, that was the story that I read the most. A lot of people are familiar with Green Eggs and Ham. When are we going to get like something when it comes to that? Although I don't know how you could do an entire movie talking about green eggs and ham. That's probably the most difficult part.
I feel like that's a short you accomplish before you show something like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
But
true. All right. So WB developing new Looney Tunes movies. I'm so confused. Their decision-making process. Sean Chandler just said that on Twitter. He's like, what the fuck? Like, I think we're all confused of like, why do they keep on like making Looney Tunes material content, yet they like
yanking it away
some shit. So
it's so weird.
I don't get it. We don't get it. But hey, whatever. I'll watch whatever. Just don't shelve it, Zazzy Pants, you fuck. But yeah, so we got a Tom and Jerry also coming out too. Yeah. So animation strong.
Yam and Jerry.
Yeah, there's a Tom and Jerry. So this is so funny because Screen Rant posted this right here. I guess this happened on Saturday Night Live at one point, but there's Bill Hader as the Cat in the Hat. Apparently, it just came to fruition where they had a sketch on Saturday Night Live where he was the Cat in the Hat, and now he's voicing the Cat in the Hat. So that's pretty funny. I love it.
I can't. That's so fucking funny. Oh my god. I don't know. That almost looks better than when Mike Myers did it.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
and they showed this. They showed this at CinemaCon. So that's what's so funny.
That's
So
funny.
yeah, SNL clip of Bill
Wow.
Hader playing Cat in the Hat was shown as his audition tape for the movie. So it's pretty sweet. He just so that works. Yeah, for some reason that does look better.
Yeah, Richie Tozier voicing the Cat in the Hat. That makes all the sense in the world now. Totally. Holy shit.
Yeah, seriously.
You know who he also voiced?
Who?
Alpha 5 in the Power Rangers 2017 movie.
Did he really?
He was the voice of Alpha.
He did. He was Alpha. I totally forgot about that. You're right.
Oh my god.
Shit. Oh,
I remember hearing it and I was like, that's fucking Bill Hader. Why is he Alpha?
I forgot about that.
I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
That's right. I totally forgot about that. Jesus Christ. And he was a great Alpha, you know. He even did the ay thing at one point.
He sure did.
I remember watching that going, you have to do the ay thing. They have to have him. And sure enough, he ended up doing it. Now, they had to get one in there at least. Totally forgot that. They just posted a big deadline, just confirmed that Once Upon a Time. Okay, the sequel is real news. Jesus Christ. Why did they release it today? Yeah, Justin Kroll just posted, said, this is not an April Fool's joke about the sequel to Once Upon a Time. Holy shit. Cliff Booth lives. So apparently this is going to probably be more focused on, obviously, the guy who won the Academy Award for it. So that's crazy. Wow.
That is wild.
Wow. That's going to be interesting. But it's directed by, so it is going to be directed by David Fincher. Script by Tarantino. This is how Tarantino is still, he's like, yeah, I am waiting for it to do my last movie. But he still wrote a bunch of scripts, apparently. Because the dude's a writer first. I just love how Deadline said Cliff Booth lives. Here's the article right here, which is funny because they literally are just like, yeah, this is not an April Fool's joke, everybody. So yeah, Cliff Booth lives.
Wow.
No April Fool's joke. Netflix, David Fincher and Brad Pitt resurrect Tarantino script. So yeah.
Holy shit.
That's so crazy. So it's happening. My guess is it's going to be focused, which I'm perfectly fine with. But I mean, you better believe, they're probably asking Leo to come back, for some kind of something. Who knows? But wow. That's crazy.
If Tarantino wants to do one more, let him do one more. But at the same time, it's like after that, you think he's going to stop writing? Fuck no. He probably just will hand off whatever he writes to someone he wants to work with or, sells scripts to whoever.
And it's David Fincher. You can't go wrong with David Fincher. My God.
No, not at all.
DC Studios time. Here we go, guys. It is happening. Looks like it's about time.
James Gunn's going to take the stage and blow people away.
Superman footage is happening right now. DC time. Here we go. CinemaCon. Oh, boy. Yep. So we're getting some DC. There's some Superman footage is being shown right now. Currently. Oh, man. Come on. Release something online. You got to release something. We got to get a poster. We got to get something. I don't know.
It'd be nice.
Would be nice. That's what people are saying right now. Superman showcase. Ooh, baby. So we'll see what happens when it comes to this. But overall, yeah. So I just don't get, again, going back to the Once Upon a Time, why release it today when it's April Fool's Day and that's CinemaCon's happening? I don't know, maybe just wait a day before that. But then at the same time, hey, still getting people talking about it because a lot of people weren't believing it.
It's fucking wild to me that they're going to do a Cliff Booth, David, that whole sentence is like an ad lib, and you're just
totally, I know, right? Because it doesn't feel David Finchery, but at the same time, Pitt and him have worked together, and it was kind of funny too because I think, wow, I just realized this. I think it was about 2 or 3 days ago. I think it was over the weekend. I remember seeing that there was a rumor that Brad Pitt was going to star in David Fincher's next movie. Wow. I have to go find that because, that was a rumor not too long ago that was going to happen. And little did we know that it was going to be a follow-up to this. Wow. Pretty crazy. David Cordsweat made a comment about the trunks being on the outside as liberating. Of course, he has to talk about the undies. Wearing trunks on the outside of my pants is liberating, according to David Cornsweat. Apparently, he likes to wear his undies. All right. Hey, everybody likes. Some people like to wear undies, I guess.
Yay for undies on the outside, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I know, I get it. Some people love the undies. It's fine, you know.
Yeah.
I'm still not one of those, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It fits with the whole getup that they're going for. I'm perfectly okay. It's not going to be a make or break. Don't worry. Let's see. It's time for Superman. James Gunn and Peter Safran. Looks like they're on stage, and everybody is. In James Gunn, we trust. That's what Rachel Brosnahan just said. In James Gunn, we trust. Yeah, so she said that. She yelled that out. Sweet. Okay. Behind the scenes sizzle reel. Okay. So this is a behind the scenes sizzle reel that they showed when it came to Superman. Yeah. So not even like a trailer or anything like that. It's a behind the scenes sizzle reel. Let's see. Okay, they're doing this live. James Gunn, CinemaCon, public, exclusive footage. Feels highly anticipated. Blah 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 blah. Stay tuned. Okay, they don't even have it updated yet. They will have it updated, but yeah, they'll probably give a little description. But I mean, it's behind the scenes featurette. Kind of reminds me of during DC Fandom when they didn't release like a full trailer for the Suicide Squad, but it was behind the scenes. The summer of Superman has officially begun. Trailer. Let's see. That's cool. Gee, the Black Red, you think it's a disappointment? You think it's a disappointment? Who has been nothing but critical for this? That's a shock. I love you, Black Red. Don't worry. DC Studios takes stage, introduces some titles. Here to introduce some titles. So, of course, they talk about Peacemaker, your favorite, Phil. They talk about Peacemaker a little bit.
Why they're talking about a TV show at CinemaCon?
I don't know. Of course, they got to talk about all this. I don't know. Fun. Well, maybe they didn't. I think maybe I just read that wrong. James Gunn and Peter Safran walk out to Wigwam's Do You Want to Taste It? I guess that's from Peacemaker. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, seriously, right? Yeah, you think like, why would they do that?
Literally, just let me recreate that meme of just take the headphones off. Wigwam, no.
Okay, so James Gunn also says there's tons to share today and some surprises. Oh boy, here we go. We're gonna get some surprises.
You said that word, Jimmy Guns. You best make good on that.
Yeah, you said surprises. Don't leave us with the blue balls here. Come on. So surprises are happening. Interesting. Do you want to? That's funny. Rachel Brosnahan says in James Gunn we trust. I see that. Longer look at everyone in Superman. Okay, so Coy said the summer of Superman starts now. This is real shown. Full of so much heart, so much warmth, so much hope. New longer look at everyone, including beautiful moment of Metamorpho. And David Cornsweat is Superman. David Cornsweat is Clark Kent. Beautiful. So, God, that's the only thing when you're actually there and you're trying to like type and trying to send tweets.
Oh, like, God.
Yeah.
I was in Hall H.
Yeah.
I was in Hall H, dude. It was fucking... Bam, bam, bam. It's like a fucking rapid fire thing. You have to blow, man. I've done that kind of stuff too. So, and then of course the cast is walking out on stage. Rachel Brosnahan, Nicholas Hoult, the sexiest Lex Luthor ever. Well, good. You see, Nicholas Hoult gets a nice little compliment from Rachel Brosnahan. And David Cornsweat they're all talking on stage. So we got those three definitely on stage. We took the job. One of the things we were most committed to was to continue the theater-going experience and keep it strong for the future generations. That was James Gunn talking about the theatrical experience. That's good. We want to hear that. Go to the movies, everyone. I know it's kind of expensive when it comes to certain things. Sure, I get it. That's the only bad part. It's just so expensive to go to the movies. Well, I mean, when I go by myself, it's perfectly fine, but I get it when you're trying to bring a whole family to it. Same. It's great when you go solo.
Oh, dude, I love going by myself, man. It's like my sanctuary. That's why I'm okay with I'm gonna go see Minecraft. Fuck it. I saw Snow White by myself, for God's sake.
I'm probably gonna go see Thunderbolts and Sinners by myself. So
yeah, see, there you go. Yeah. But let's see what else we got. James Gunn brought the house down. Okay, let's see what else. What's going to be released? What's going to be released? Keep refreshing. What the hell is this? What the hell? Okay, this is funny. I don't even know who this is, but DC Films just posted this image right here. Somebody dressed up as Crypto. Wow. I don't even know who that is.
What is this, a Wilford reunion?
Yeah, I know, right? Who is dressed up as that? Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's an older gentleman. I mean, it's pretty funny, though, I will say.
That's hilarious.
All right. Yeah. Hey, somebody did that. Why not? Let's see. This is David and Rachel's first CinemaCon, of course. Bill was right. There are a lot of people out there. Yeah. Okay. So it seems like this movie. Am I following them? I'm going to follow them right now. A lot of people are retweeting this one right here. The movie podcast, and they're at CinemaCon. So back in 2018, I was offered. Let's see. What? Oh, yeah. Back in 12. This is what James Gunn had to say. And of course, I know some people are going to hate on this one, but back in 2018, I was first offered Superman. I didn't know if I could. It seemed hard, but it stuck with me. Then one day it hit me, creating a story that is utterly human and fantastic. James Gunn on the spark behind Superman. So 2018, when they just didn't know what to do with, you had good old Henry Cavill just sitting right there, just waiting. That's the only frustrating part when it comes to all that. It's like they just could have done something with Cavill right there. So, but what can you do? I guess it's just sad that they didn't do anything with that guy. James Gunn says he originally took Suicide Squad over Superman because it was what he knew, and then he thought of a great idea. Yeah, we already know all this. We already know all this stuff right here. He's already talked about this before. It talks about the challenges of making Superman for the modern audience. Yep. I mean, no matter what, you're going to get like a good portion of the audience that are just going to hate it for sure. So Bill Hader says, Bill Hader says his daughter told him that Ryan Gosling should have voiced the Cat in the Hat and not him.
Oh, shit.
So that's just some leftover remnants from the Cat in the Hat thing. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we know that crap, right? Yeah, we already know that stuff. He's already talked about that. What? Okay, let's see. Whoa. Okay, so Coy right here, also posting that he said Pocket Universes, Sorcery, Flying Dogs, Max Fleischer cartoons. James Gunn talking about Superman. So basically, the Fleischer cartoons are going to be heavy inspirations.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that at all. I don't mind that at all because I had all those on videotape on VHS. So fuck yeah, I'm okay with that. Sorcery, Pocket Universes. What do you think Pocket Universes means? Interesting. Or are you thinking about some of the leaked stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think yeah. Maybe we shouldn't talk about that.
It's an interesting idea, definitely.
It's going to be an interesting, a lot of it. Let's just say, Superman's going to be unique, and that's all we can really ask for. To be honest, it's going to be a unique, the way that it tells even the story too, story structure and everything. Let's face it, and I'm all for that. Tell me something. I've been saying that from the beginning. Is we want something different. And so far, what I've been seeing from James Gunn is a lot of something different, even to the costume not being like the normal costume. Yes. Does it look as good as previous costumes? No. But at the same time, I'm glad that it's a uniform. Yes, we got the trunks back. Yes, it's not a wet t-shirt, which he said. I'm like, that's perfectly fine by me. It's something different. And then it sounds like the way that they're going to be telling this particular story is definitely going to be pretty different too. So,
I mean, when I think of Pocket Universes, the one character that comes to mind immediately is Mixie Pitlick. Because he technically is an imp from the fifth dimension, which is in a sense a pocket universe, more or less. So
there you go. David Cornsweat says when he saw Nicholas Hoult on the Lex Luthor suit, felt he was looking at an actual comic book page. So obviously give him compliments. Apparently there's a scene where David is talking about the scene where he's eating a ton of pancakes. That's funny.
I like pancakes.
Yeah. And then said, my first memory is David dressed as Superman. This is from Nicholas Holt. I felt like I was witnessing a magic of cinema in first person. I had this warmth in my tummy and a studio little grin on my face. A stupid little grin. I don't know why I said studio, but stupid little grin on his face. So cool. All right. So let's see. Pocket universes. That's going to be a lot of things that people are going to be talking about when it comes to that. Release the footage. Release the footage. We shot a scene walking through a field at night. The moon was shining and the cape was flapping in the wind. Rachel Brosnahan turned to David and said, dude, you're fucking Superman. Oh, man. I love she dropped an F-bomb. Of course she is. She's the marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Damn right.
I still have to watch that show.
She can marvel. You know what? Never mind.
Easy, Phil. Easy. I get it. I get it, though. I get it. I get it.
Here, I'll take care of myself right now. Shame on me. Shame on me.
I just realized that Coy, what's his name, blocked me. Oh, wow. He was on the
Coy Andrew? No way.
Yeah, I don't know why he blocked me. I just realized that he did. I was like, I can't retweet his tweet. I could only retweet it. What the hell did he do that for? I thought we were cool.
Wow, that's wild.
It's so funny because he's been on the Vodka stream, and then when I went to the Godzilla -1 premiere, he was hosting that. He was hosting the panel, and he took a picture, and you could see me in the background. But I'm like, why the fuck did you block me? What the hell did I do? Jesus Christ. That's crazy, but yeah, what can we do? Trailer? Is the trailer going to be, are they showing a trailer? Oh boy. Let's see. It's a great honor to play a role that exists so clearly in public consciousness, says David Cornsweet. David Cornsweet said it's a great honor, blah, blah, blah. We see that. Oh, there we go. We got a shot of them on stage. Look at this.
Let's see.
All right. So we got them on stage right there, looking pretty good.
Too much white. James Gunn's wearing too much white.
I don't know. Like, yeah, his style is pretty interesting. He needs
very eccentric gentleman, definitely.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, he's interesting. I feel like these stories endure because there's something in them for everyone, says Rachel Brosnahan. That's good. I like what she has to say.
Okay.
So that's good. You know, she's got a lot of hype for it. Superman team. David Cornsweet praised those who brought Superman adaptations to life in the past, allowing him to ride a path already paved with greatness.
Wait, did he just give praise to Richard Donner and Zack Snyder? No way.
What? No, he would never.
Good sport.
Of course. You know, he studied those. He saw what they were,
right?
You have to do that. So I just wonder if he reached out to Cavill, if he tried to reach out or anything.
I mean, how do you like take on the role of Superman and then not watch at some point like Christopher Reeve? I mean, he's talked about it, like he'd seen those in the past. So it's like, how do you not watch them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, of course you gotta, but and then I wonder, obviously, Rachel Brosnahan, maybe she reached out to Amy Adams. And then, of course, you got to remember, Tyler Heckman and I forgot what Lois's name in real life is.
Elizabeth Tulloch.
Elizabeth, there you go. And I'm sure there's probably some conversations that were being had right there with them too. So, or with them. So that's what you got to do, right? That's what you got to do. Pick their brains.
We know James Gunn reached out to Zach about a couple of things.
Yeah, a couple of times. Of course they've been. Zach's probably seen more footage than all of us. I mean, when they met up in class, you can't. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. Are we reaching we're at 6:20 right now. There might not be something that's going to be coming out. Like I said, don't get your hopes up, people. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up because, like I said, it seems like the footage that we're going to see this weekend. They're probably not going to release it online until either this weekend or next week. But, I mean, obviously what they're trying to do is sell the movie and sell Minecraft as well. So Oh, he reached out to Tyler Hecklin. I always say Hoechlin. Hecklin. He did reach out. I think that was reported. Thank you, Dell. But yeah, I just but he did say surprises. What are the surprises we're supposed to be getting? And we just if they just release Millie Alcock in the goddamn fucking Supergirl costume. That's all. That's all I want. That's all I would want, right?
You know what I'll take? I'll take concept art of Clayface. I'll take that.
Or that. Yeah. Come on.
That'd be nice.
You said there's some surprises. Come on. Yeah. So we're just I'm waiting on that. James Gunn, Superman cast. I'm just like, I keep refreshing.
It's the old saying from Samuel Jackson, TikTok, motherfucker.
Yeah. Let's see. TikTok. I know, right? TikTok, motherfucker. Say what again?
Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what? One more goddamn time.
Yeah. Say what again? Where are you from? What? Yeah.
What? I no country I ever heard of. They speak English.
Yeah.
What?
I fucking love that movie so much.
Yeah. Same.
Come on. Let's see. We need some surprises here. You promised surprises, Jimmy Guns. Don't disappoint. Don't disappoint.
I haven't watched.
I went to rescue. Okay, he's talking about, of course, his dog Azu, and of course, talking about the inspiration. He said, "I went to a rescue organization, and they just rescued 60 dogs. There was one dog that was there that looked insane. He looked like my old dog on crack. He destroyed everything in my house, my 8K laptop." Yeah, we've heard about that too. Come on, Jimmy Guns. We need some stuff that we haven't heard. Of course, we've heard some other things, but did he talk like a bitch? Did he look like a bitch? But yeah, come on. We need some surprises. Let's see. It's a great honor. Yeah, I've already seen that. Yeah. Man, as an icon, it's exciting to finally play an icon. So that's what Nicholas Hoult joked about that. As an icon, it's exciting to finally play an icon. It's funny.
Right.
Yeah, seems like Nicholas Holt's got he's got a dry sense of humor to him, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it seems like he's like that. That's good. David Cornsweat's James Gunn impression needs to make it to the BT. Oh, I love that. Please show us that. Okay, that's pretty funny. James Gunn, yeah, he said, oh yeah, James Gunn on what inspired Crypto and Superman. Oh my God, what if my dog had superpowers? I'd be fucked. So that's a quote from James Gunn. But I want to see this David Cornsweat James Gunn impression. That's got to be a good one. It never fails to blow my mind how David Cornsweat, Rachel Brosnahan, and Nicholas Hoult just embody their characters. That's what somebody said. Thank you for the $5 super chat, AJ. Great stream, guys. Would you consider getting into comics more than you are now? I mean, Phil's very much more into comics than I am, but I'm going to get back into it. But, we do some comics talks, and AJ, please subscribe to his show. He talks more about comics than I do.
Occasionally.
Yeah. But, yeah, occasionally. But we do our fair share, when it comes to our Friday night outings. But again, thank you, AJ. Let's see, accepting.
For the record, though, Scott and Chris have me outclassed 10 ways.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. David Courts, when I'm playing Superman, it's not a job. It's the one thing you want to be doing all the time. Nicholas Hoult says the best thing about James Gunn is how unique he is. Okay. So, yeah. I love, let's see. David Cornsweat said, you love watching us work so much and working with artists who are contributing, and it was amazing to be surprised. I usually wear people out with my questions. Like I said, we were talking about the questions thing, and you never got worn out. And you never got worn out. The love is what took us through. The love is what took us through. So they're just saying good things about all this.
Huh.
But I'm like, where are the surprises at?
Right.
That's where I'm wondering. I'm like, where are these surprises at? James is the only asshole on our set, says Rachel Brosnahan. Wow. I love it. I love that they're busting each other's balls. That's funny. So she literally said, James is the only asshole on our set. That is funny.
That is
funny.
very funny.
Oh man. Rachel spoke with a real life journalist to prepare for the role of so Rachel spoke with real life journalists, of course, to prepare for Lois Lane. That's cool. Like it.
I'll take what I can get.
I mean, that's what you got to do, right?
Right.
Superman star Rachel Brosnahan recalls how she spoke to and so Deadline just posted that as well. That's cool. All right, but I just love that. Jesus Christ. I love how the Black Red in the chat is just like pushing back against everything that's being said right now. I swear.
Yeah.
Tired. You're just trolling now. Jesus Christ, man. She was told to say that. All right. Yeah, okay. You know, we got fucking Debbie Downer in the goddamn chat, I swear. Let's see. Oh, we got another shot. We got another shot of them of them on stage. There they are. God, she's looking so goddamn. She looks like adorably sexy. Anyways, and then of course, we got everybody else too. So I wonder what they just said right there.
The marvelous Miss Maisel, indeed.
Yep. Yes, she's an actor, Black Red, but she also has her own opinions. If you think she's just an empty vessel, something tells me that you have some issues, buddy.
Ooh.
Anyway, sorry, I just thought I'd throw that at you since you've been trolling my fucking chat for the past couple of weeks with all your Debbie Downer stuff. You're a ray of sunshine. Anyways, let's see what else we got here. Hey, sometimes you have to give it to the trolls in the chat. Okay, and then we got right here, we got a quote. One of the cool things about Rachel, this is from James Gunn, it's all character based. She wanted pockets. She worked really hard with production designer to make sure everything in her apartment is something Lois would put there. Okay. So yeah, you got to love that too when somebody's taking the character that seriously. Where even the apartment is with great details and everything. Let's see. So here's Nicholas Hoult. This is pretty funny. Well, I auditioned for Batman and Superman, and I didn't get fucking either.
Yeah, he did.
Not Lex Luthor, man. David Cornsweat says if he wasn't Superman, he'd want to play Batman, of course, naturally. I know. Brandon Davis just he tweeted out, say something new. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of stuff that we already kind of know, but hey, what can you do? David Cornsweat said, yeah. You don't know about him playing Batman. He said he looks too much like Superman.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. But David Cornsweat says, yeah, the one character, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what else we got. This is the movie that celebrates kindness and human love. I really do believe in this movie there is a lack of human kindness. The internet makes fun of kindness. This is a movie that celebrates kindness and human love. That's what James Gunn. What he hopes audiences take away from Superman. Of course, you want to take away from all that. That's just funny. It is funny how Nicholas Hoult did audition for Batman and Superman, and then he ends up getting Lex Luthor. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, well, at least he's in the DCU.
Hey, you know what? There was something. He still had something. He had something. So,
right.
Yeah. This movie celebrated. Yeah, I already got that. Where are the surprises? We're getting to 6:30 here. Come on. Where's the surprises? We're getting something. What are we doing here? I hope they want to see it again. My favorite movies are the ones where you come to the end and you think back at the beginning of the film. I want to go through the ride again and again. David Cornsweat on what he hopes audiences take from Superman, of course. So, yeah. Hey, what's going on, William? Good to see you.
Clown me for my shirt.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, he's like, I'd say hi to Phil, but that shirt.
What's wrong with that shirt?
He'd probably feel much more differently if I was wearing my Kingdom Come shirt, the black and
apparently Black Red doesn't like cuss words. Oh my God, it feels forced. Clutch your pearls, man. Clutch your pearls. No, it just seems like they didn't give a shit. So why not? Feels forced. Of course, if it was, you know, Zach and, you know, his crew doing that, he probably would not be saying the same thing. I don't know. Just saying, possibly that there's a bias there. I don't know, but
there are things that I want to say, but because of certain other things, I'm just like, nope. I'll wait till the damn movie comes out.
Yeah,
I'll just
wait.
wait.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. Let's see. Let them cook. Yeah, right. All right. What else we got? Where are we? They're going to be going overtime a little bit, probably because they started.
Well, they started late, so
yeah. So new footage. They're about to see brand new footage. Here we go. New footage is happening. New footage being shown. Everybody's reporting currently right now. So that's good. I'm so excited to show this movie to my son. There is so many magical moments in this movie, says Nicholas Holt. I didn't even realize. Oh yeah, he's got a son. David Cornsweet does too, right? I think
he just had a kid.
Yeah, he just had a kid. 1 year old, 1 year old kid, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, he'll show his kid this in you know, a few years. So I mean, that's going to be kind of cool. Like, you know, all of a sudden when you're 4 or 5 years old, and if things go well, all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, my dad is Superman. Crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. What's the footage going to be? So we'll probably get a little descriptions. Are they going to release stuff? Let's see. All right. Retweeting. Okay. Nothing new. A world exclusive sneak peek at Superman is now being shown. So I'm wondering if
drop online, right?
Yeah, or if this is what we're going to actually see. But what's funny too is Superman footage being shown. James Gunn accidentally calls CinemaCon Comic-Con. Whoops.
That'd be funny.
Freudian slip. Maybe. I don't know. Are they going to end up showing there? Yeah. So they're showing the footage right now. So who knows? We'll probably get a description. I don't know if things are going to come out. Just release a poster, release something here.
Something.
Yes. Maybe. I mean, we might not get anything, but, you know, just saying. New scene from Superman is now showcased. So it's actually a scene. So I'm just wondering if this is what's going to be in front of it. The clip from Superman is now being showcased. So everybody's just reporting that. Are we able to see it? I don't know if we're able to. This might be footage that you might have to see in front of Minecraft. This might be the footage that we might get there. I don't know. It's gonna be.
I said it was like an extended scene or something like that in front of Minecraft.
Yeah. This is a whole clip. Yeah, extended like preview, which a lot of people, you know, obviously the first thing that was reported that it was going to be like the opening, you know, like the first 5 minutes possibly. Just like how what they did, you know, with like they did it with obviously The Dark Knight Rises. They did it with what the fuck was the other? What was the other goddamn Christopher Nolan movie?
Tenet.
Tenet. Jesus Christ, man, my mind went so blank right there. So blank.
Yeah, I remember it was in front of Game of Shadows. They showed off the beginning of The Dark Knight Rises. One of my coworkers literally went to go see a Game of Shadows just so he could watch the footage for The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
And he was like kind of obnoxious about it. He yelled out in the theater as soon as the footage ended. He was like, well, I guess we can all go watch the movie now.
Oh, jeez.
Some shit like that. I was
Don't
like,
be that guy.
Jackass.
Don't be that guy. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I was wondering what would break foot. Oh, wrong universe.
Okay, here we go. Superman footage opens with Superman crash landing. Crypto charges and jumps on Superman, hurting him. He wants to play. New score plays. Fortress appears from ground. S-shaped door. Crypto drags Superman in. Superman robots rush to his help. Superman thanks them. So we see an extended scene basically of him being rescued, and then the Fortress of Solitude right there. So we get to see the Fortress of Solitude scene. Maybe this is what they're going to be seeing. We get to see the entrance, and we get to see the robots within, like the Kelix, I guess you could say. We'll see that. Yeah. So okay. So that's the footage that they saw. Will they release it online? Probably not. But release something. My God, come on. What are we doing?
Description
poster
lines up with something I read earlier, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a feeling. See, that That's what I thought they were going to show at the Puppy Bowl. It was like maybe an extended scene akin to that, you know? That's what I was thinking. That was going to be something that, and maybe they had an idea to do that, but then, you know, it just didn't happen, which is perfectly fine, you know. Let's see, that's description. Anything else? Okay,
I like the idea of the fortress coming out of the ice as opposed to it just being static. That's actually pretty cool.
And there it goes. Yeah. And of course, we got the one, you know, Mr. Black Red, Superman getting saved again. It's the same scene, you jackass. God, why are you even here? Why you want to be the troll? I don't get it. Everybody else is like, cool, whatever, and everything. But of course, always have to have like one miserable asshole in the chat. He gets rescued again? It's the same scene. Just extended. But again, comprehension, not strong with certain people. This extended exclusive clip features, of course, so it's just the extended clip. All right. But what are these surprises that we're going to be getting? It's funny, too, because when I refresh the page, everybody's going, holy shit, the whole, you know, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel thing. They're like, wait, this is not a joke? What are we doing? What? Jeez. Let's see. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, come on. What are we doing? There's not going to be no poster, no nothing. They're just going to leave us hanging with blue balls, aren't they?
Probably.
Yeah, what happened? I mean, we got, you know, we got some, you know, some quotes, some funny quotes, and we got some footage sneak peeks and everything. So, or you know, descriptions. Robot. Okay, here we go. We got some more right here. Superman has multiple injuries. Robots use yellow sun to heal him. Superman screams in pain. Lois interviews Superman as Clark. Lois interviews Superman as Clark. That's a weird one. Superman in Fortress of Solitude gets upset at Krypto, who made a mess. So obviously, you know, that's meta for James Gunn. Robots do not like Krypto. Krypto cries when Superman leaves. So there you go.
Well, it's not like they can have Krypto running around the Kent farm.
Yeah, that's very true. He'll be flying around and doing all that. So, yeah, what else is going to be next out of this here? So just a little bit more footage. Oh, man. It's fun times. Bizarro balls. Somebody said that in the chat. Jimmy Blue Balls. Yeah, well, it's not over yet. I think this thing might be going to 7 o'clock.
Probably.
Movie should be titled Krypto starring Superman. D-Man, you're also being a little fuddy-duddy, aren't you? Yeah, well, Krypto, sadly, you know, regardless of, I know, I get it, that you think that Superman should just be strictly R-rated and for adults. They're trying to appeal to a lot of people here, so sorry.
I feel like Superman is like, no, like Batman, yeah, but Superman, no, not at all. I mean, yeah, there's a way you can skew Superman to a more, you know,
which is what Zach was more so doing. Zach was definitely do that, but you know, at the same time, it's like there's not going to be that element here, but there's also not going to be, you know, there's not going to be a cartoony version either, it seems like, because I mean, Jesus Christ, right from the beginning, I mean, one of the things we've talked about is when you see Superman crash land and he's bloodied and just like hardly breathing, it's like, okay, this is not going to be some cartoony version. Yeah, there's going to be cartoony elements, sure, but let's see. And then we got more stuff. No, not really. So they might be just still showing some footage, and I guess we'll see what. Just keep on refreshing. Not too much more stuff at all of us. Let's see. It's crazy how a lot of people are complaining about Superman being for children. It's a summer movie. Yeah, I know. And that's when I see like some of those guys in my mentions, it's like, sorry, I'm more about it for adults. I'm like, okay, you're talking about capes and tights.
You know,
I get it. There's versions that are out there for you, but they're not going to do that this time. So
anytime I see that criticism towards anything, you know, oh, it's for kids, like on a marketing level, sure, maybe on some kind of inherent level, yeah, maybe, but like case in point, completely different thing. Pokemon started out as kind of a thing for kids, but now that's like kind of a multi-generational thing. You've got adults who avidly still play, you know, the trading card game, the video games, watch the anime, whatever, and they pass it on to their kids, and their kids become Pokemon fans. The same exact thing happens with Superman or any other comic book character for that matter. So it's just when I hear someone say that, I'm just like, just because you grew out of it doesn't mean other people are obligated to. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's just the way it is. Did I just see that Alan Tudyk is one of the...
Yeah, RJ said that in the chat. Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk's one of the voices of the robots, which makes sense. You know, I mean, obviously, we knew. I mean, Alan Tudyk is going to have his voice all throughout this whole DC universe. They need a voice. Alan Tudyk's going to be like, all right, I'll be the guy. He's got range. He's a voice actor. That's cool. But yeah, we're not. I don't think we're getting any more surprises. Anything. I just thought they would like release like a poster, another poster. You know. I mean, I was like, oh yeah, well, not the official poster, but you know, we already got that. But you know, another poster maybe. I don't know.
You would think since it's like DC Studios, yeah, Superman should be a main focus, but like, come on, like we know Supergirl is filming. We know, like,
yeah, I thought maybe we'd get
some movie. Come on, man.
I thought maybe there would be some like, hey, this would be a perfect time to show. You know, you've been teasing Amelia Alcock with 2 images with her wearing a coat. But yeah, doesn't seem like it's gonna be happening. But I mean, are they gonna talk about anything else, DC? Yeah, because I mean, there's people saying that I don't expect anything else. Again, yeah, this is CinemaCon. This is not Comic-Con, which they were gonna be talking about it. They were gonna show footage. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's see, and then there's a new Hollywood Reporter article that says embattled. Warner Brothers movie chiefs Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi sidestep job drama at CinemaCon. Of course, they're not going to talk about. Yeah, it's not like they're actually going to talk about that. My God,
who would be dumb enough to ask them that at CinemaCon?
Yeah,
good Lord,
we're going to be fired. But
if this slate doesn't work, it's our ass. Oh, Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
Yeah. But so far I haven't seen anything say that the panel's over yet. So just kind of wondering. I'm like waiting for like
a little something. Yeah.
Oh, now it's concluded. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So where are these surprises? Yeah, Jimmy Guns, you freaking left us with a little bit of blue balls. I mean, we got footage description, sure, but not that. I mean, come on, that's it. That's gonna be it. Superman Day is soon, right?
18th.
Yeah, the 18th. The 18th, so we got like a little over 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 4 days that we might get that. Yeah, there was no mention, of course, of Batman, or anything. So Superman on stage, yeah, nothing. Yeah, looks like that's it. Oh, man, you're not going to release anything from it? Damn it. Well, that's pretty much what it looks like it is, guys. We're going to have to wait for that footage. Because they're not, I mean, unless something gets posted, it doesn't seem like there's going to be anything. So, oh, wait a minute. Nope, never mind. You never know. Sometimes, you know, you get like an email because I'm on like the Warner Brothers like email. Remember, I'm an industry plant, so you know they're paying me.
Right, yeah.
No, or else you could just sign up for the.
Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing else that's gonna be.
That's a shame.
Nothing else. DC panel was underwhelming. Somebody says, of course. Again, you're setting yourself up. I mean, of course, we were like going, yeah, maybe, but at the same time, you don't get overly excited about this stuff because it is CinemaCon. It's not Comic-Con. But then again, Comic-Con's been underwhelming sometimes when it comes to DC as well. But they're not. Yeah, I just keep refreshing. I'm like, what if they release something now? Doesn't look like it's going to happen. So there you go, folks. Looks like that's a wrap when it comes to all this. Hey, It's okay. Don't get late. Wait, there was other things too that was talked about. It's fine. Yes, of course. We were hoping, like, especially. I mean, I think Jimmy Gunn's got a little bit too excited by saying, "Oh, we got some surprises," or maybe he meant the movie has surprises. I don't know. Maybe he has that, but maybe that's what he meant, and maybe it was just misquoted or something like that. But
quite possible.
Yeah, I just figured that maybe they release a new poster or there'd be something, but. Yeah, I keep refreshing, and there's just nothing, just descriptions of the footage. That's about it. So, let's see. As suspected, this is from Robert Meyer Burnett. As suspected, James Gunn's Superman leans heavily into fantastical and looks to be both wildly fun and terrifically entertaining. It also leans into the universe in ways never seen before on film or television. I'll lay it down right here. It's gonna make $1 billion. Whoa! We got industry plant Robert Meyer Burnett, who is saying that he's putting his money that it might make $1 billion. I don't know about that. Robbie, but I don't think it's a flop. Definitely not gonna be a flop, but it's CinemaCon. We're getting some good things. We're getting some good descriptions and a lot of stuff like that. So, but we'll see what happens when it comes to this. So I didn't put you in timeout, Black Red. I did not have any control of that, but just relax a little bit. Don't worry. Yeah, that was one of the guys out there. So I didn't ask for you to be put in timeout, but hey, what can you do? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make some dinner and watch some Daredevil. What about you, Phil?
I'm gonna go watch some Daredevil. That's
there you go. There you go. But
I got tomorrow off. I'll probably recap this shit.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But there's the stream, guys. Like I said, just kind of covering all this. Yeah, it was underwhelming a little bit, but at the same time, it was like, hey, we didn't know if there was anything that was actually going to be coming out, but look forward to this weekend. We get to probably see that extended clip for sure. I'm sure it's going to make its way online. You don't have to necessarily go to watch Minecraft, but I'm going to go watch it probably. I just wonder if it's like, should I watch it on IMAX? Should I watch it that? I don't know. But yeah, it happens. It's what happens. Yeah, I know. You're probably smart for doing that, but go ahead and plug. Do you have anything to plug, Phil?
This week I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. So I'll be having a stream bright and early, 6 a.m. our time. That's fucking stupid early, I know, but that's when Nintendo's dropping their shit. I'll be having a stream tomorrow morning about that. Friday, Phil on Friday. Probably be on Council Creators tomorrow night as well. Do I have an episode of The Eternal Night? I was gonna do one if they showed a trailer and they didn't show fucking shit. So no, maybe no Eternal Night this week. We'll see what happens. Other than that, my guy, that's about it. I'm pretty sure I'll probably be here on Friday for the Vodka stream.
Yep. There it is. All right, guys. Well, I'll still be doing Film Junkee Live tomorrow. A normal show. We'll do a little recap of today. And then, of course, we still got tomorrow. We'll see what comes out from tomorrow when it comes to, I don't even know what panels are tomorrow. Universal, I think we talked about that. It's going to be tomorrow. So we'll see what happens when it comes to all that. And then, guys, so tune in, of course, normal time at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And we love you. And thank you guys for spending some time with us right here as we just were live reacting to what was coming out of this panel. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Much love.